Hello, namaste, and yeah, I know nobody will be watching me now. I'm doing it too late, but that's okay. Sorry, मुझे अभी ही टाइम मिला क्योंकि थोड़ा कल थोड़ा टेम्पल जाने के लिए टाइम नहीं था, सो आज थोड़ा टेम्पल वो सब जाके आना था, तो उसकी वजह से लेट हुआ। तो वापस आने के बाद अभी ट्राई कर रही हूँ कि कुछ करूँ करके, सो सॉरी अबाउट दैट. And so I know ki people may not join me live, which is always the case, which is fine. But I just wanted to kind of finish what I have been like continuously trying to do. तो वो एक part मैं आज finish करना चाहती थी. That's why I came live. So happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all, and hope सबका namaste. Hi Manisha ji, thank you for joining. Hopefully सबका गणेश चतुर्थी अच्छा गया, even though I know कि few days से we are not been having that much of a good news out there with all the bad stuff going on, right? So many rape cases and all this stuff that we have been seeing, so not a good thing. But so you can see my Ganesha also right there. सुंदर लग रहे हैं मेरे गणेश जी. मेरे ब्लैक गणेश है वहां पे, इंडिया से लेके आई थी उनको. सो थोड़ा फूल वूल चढ़ाया आज. सो थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग. नमस्ते हेमंत जी. आई एम गुड. होप यू ऑल आर डूइंग गुड एज वेल. आज थोड़ा मुझे फ्रेश लग रहा है, अच्छा लग रहा है, थोड़ा टेम्पल वेम्पल जाके आके. तो हाँ, सो आई थॉट आज लास्ट वीडियो जो भी हम लोग बना रहे थे, जो मैं आपको दिखा रही थी, आई एम काइंड ऑफ गोइंग थ्रू द सीक्वेंस ऑफ द इवेंट्स, राइट, ऑफ ऑल द थिंग्स दैट हैव हैपेंड इन 2019. तो हमने वो वीडियो देखा था अनीशा का. यस मनीषा जी, हैप्पी गणेश चतुर्थी टू यू टू. एंड हमने वो वीडियो देखा था. आज एक्चुअली मेरा प्लान था कुछ जस्ट लोगों से बात करने का, बट वो हुआ नहीं क्योंकि सुबह इतना लेट जाके लेट आ गए, तो कुछ हुआ नहीं. सो आई वाज नॉट एबल टू रियली डू एनीथिंग. सो so what was I telling? Yeah, so Sushant ka, I'm going back to my topic that I want to focus on. So we had seen कि मैंने आपको दिखाया था जो अनीशा का जो इंटरव्यू था, जब अनीशा was talking about all how she was trying to contact him for a while. Please let me know if the voice is heard correctly, rightly, because जब मैं ये हेडफोन का डालती हूँ ना, मुझे लगता है जैसे मैं पानी के अंदर हूँ या समथिंग, ऐसे ऐसे कवर्ड लगता है. इफ आई रिमूव इट आई फील मच बेटर टू टॉक, बट if I take this off, then वो sound सुनाई देगा. Actually, my lawn mower is there right now outside. Lawn moving कर रहे हैं तो वो sound सुनाई देगा. So that's why I'm like trying to put this on. Hi Brijesh ji, namaste. Hello Hummingbird. At least लोग जो यहाँ पे वो लोग थोड़ा बहुत join हो सकते हैं. I can't expect people from India to join. I can understand. This is too late. सबका आई थिंक लाइफ खत्म हो गया होगा अभी, एंड मेरा लाइफ शुरू होता है. हमेशा ऐसा होता है वीकेंड में, दैट एवरीबॉडीज एंड्स एंड देन माइन स्टार्ट्स. सो एनीवे, so we were talking about the chronology of those events, right? We were talking about, I showed Anisha, I showed I think Barrett, unka interview and all. So how June से nobody has been actually able to contact them. So probably उसके phone numbers भी change हो रहे थे and all that stuff, right? That might be the reason they were really nobody was able to contact him, क्योंकि वो बहुत planned तरीके से चल रहा था रिया का उसके साथ, जिस तरह से वो स्टाफ को निकाली थी जून तक. एंड जून के बाद देयर वाज ओनली न्यू पीपल एंड ऑल द ओल्ड पीपल had already gone. Yes, USA, EST, PST all can join, correct, yeah. So जिस तरह से वो सबको निकाली थी, तो जून के बाद यू ओनली सी कि उसके ही लोग थे. एंड That is now today I'm going to just focus on that June to December. I'm not going to focus on 2020. Okay, 2020, actually I have everything ready for 2020, but it'll take a little more time if I try to join both of the videos together. तो इसीलिए मैंने सोचा आज 2020 का खत्म करते हैं, क्योंकि हम लोग अनिशा के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, दूसरे फ्रेंड्स के बारे में जो कि nobody were able to contact him. So that was in 2019. And then we have also talked about the Europe trip. So Europe trip का भी पता है हमें, उसके कंपनी का पता है, उसने जो फर्स्ट कंपनी खुला था वो सितंबर को खुला था, जस्ट बिफोर गोइंग टू द यूरोप ट्रिप, राइट. तो ये सब हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया है प्रीवियस सेशन में कि उसके बाद यूरोप ट्रिप हुआ है. तो यूरोप ट्रिप के तुरंत बाद का भी मैंने आपको वीडियो दिखाया था, जहां पे दिखाई देता है कि उन्होंने कितना कितना पैसा लिया था. सो सैमुअल मिरांडा ने एंड शोविक जिसने भी खर्च किया था, राइट, जो भी यूरोप ट्रिप के टाइम में जो खर्च हुआ था वो सब दिखाया था मैंने आपको. जो फ्लाइट के लिए शोविक का खर्च हुआ था, उसके साथ जो गए थे उनका जो खर्च हुआ था. सो ऑल दैट मनी वाज गोइंग फ्रॉम सुशांत दिस थिंग, राइट. एंड आई ऑल्सो शोड यू गाइज आफ्टर दैट also in the same during that same time there was also money that Samuel Miranda had gone and removed from the bank. तो वो 4 लाख 5 लाख ऐसे which was told to be for the puja samagri and all that kind of stuff. We went through that also. Plus in our old videos we have gone through जहाँ पे रिया के भी expenses का दिखा रहे थे, जो जो shopping कर रही थी वो and all that during that time. Okay, first of all ये इस हालत में है और वो shopping कर रही है. We talked about that. And also beach as soon as they came from the Europe trip, right, they were taking him to multiple doctors. उससे पहले तो वो कर्सी चावड़ा का हमने बात किया था, सूजन वॉकर का भी बात किया था हमने, बट तुरंत आने के बाद भी एक और डॉक्टर थी, आई थिंक किसी और सेशन में फ्रीज हैड मेंशन दैट about some doctor called Nikita Shah. So they're taken to her also. Now join that with Susan. So तुरंत उसके बाद सूजन वॉकर को लेके गए हैं 7th को, correct. So uske baad they have started giving him the bipolar medicine. Now that is what I want to show you guys also, that part also. And we'll just talk about, that's why only from this, क्योंकि जून से उसके मरने तक जो टाइम है ना, every month is important, क्योंकि सब कुछ चीजें उस तरह से planned होके हुई है. 2020 में बहुत कुछ हुआ है, वो हम कल बात करेंगे. So आज 30 lakhs for dry fruits, right? राइट. एशनूर जी नहीं, कौन बोल रहे हैं? अच्छा, ब्रिटिश जी बोल रहे हैं. हाय, नमस्ते एशनूर जी, नाइस टू, थैंक्स, यस, थैंक यू सो मच. आर यू एबल टू पिंग रईस जी? ही वांटेड टू शेयर impeach news on another channel but they did not let him come on. He really wanted to impeach news क्या है? अच्छा, okay, I'm not sure, but मैंने, yeah, if anybody can ask him, I have sent the StreamYard link also in Twitter. So I can do one thing. I can just let me see if I can message him. मेरी उनसे इतनी बात होती नहीं है. I think last time उनके बेटे के लिए कुछ भेजा था मैंने, condolence. Let me ping him and see if we can. Okay, there, I'm pinging in this. So Raiz ji, if you're listening to me, you can come on, because at the end of this I will open the StreamYard and you can share whatever news you have. Let me just ping in, give me a second. ओके, तो मैंने उनको भेज दिया है. लेट्स सी दैट इफ वी कैन कम ऑन. मैं StreamYard लिंक यहाँ पे भी भेजती हूँ, बिकॉज आज मैं जस्ट 2019 का कवर कर रही हूँ, जिसमें बहुत सारी चीजें हमने ऑलरेडी प्रीवियस सेशन में भी कवर किया है. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम जस्ट काइंड ऑफ saying those things but not showing the videos, क्योंकि बार बार क्या दिखाऊं, right? So the stuff that we have not seen, those videos I'll show you right now. तो you guys तो इसलिए bear with me, थोड़ा टाइम बाद I'll take you guys live if somebody is ready to come, otherwise it's fine. काइंडली रिप्लाई वुल्वेश्वर जी, क्या रिप्लाई करना है, आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? आपका टाइम कितना है? अच्छा, मेरा टाइम अभी 2 बजने वाला है, आफ्टरनून, 2 बजे, दोपहर के 2 बज रहे हैं। उल्वेश्वर जी, मैंने देख लिया। मैं इतना मेरा कमेंट स्लो जाता है, इतना जल्दी जल्दी नहीं जाता, तो अगर आपने एक दो बार भी बोल दिया तो मैं पढ़ लेती हूँ, क्योंकि मेरा वो स्लो मोड पे डाला है मैंने, तो मैं आई कैन सी योर कमेंट्स। रईस जी, ओनली व्हाट ने ओनली ये बोला है आने वाले कुछ डेज में न्यूज आएगी। अच्छा अच्छा, दैट्स ऑल, ओके, बट एनीवे मैंने भेज दिया उनको, सो दैट्स फाइन। Concluded suicide. Maybe that's why Lovely didn't encourage him to come and share. He hinted with a he did hint with a sad emoji. Achha. Okay. Anyway, वो कुछ भी शेयर करे, ये हमारे ऊपर है वैसे भी, right? Whether we want to take it or not take it, or believe it or not believe it, it's up to us, right? So it doesn't matter. He can still come and say what he wants to say. But वही मैं थोड़ा वो अपना जो भी एनालिसिस है वो दिखाती हूँ पहले, लास्ट में ही लूंगी किसी को भी। So it's 12:30 a.m. in India. Yes, Monisha ji, sorry, I am always late. क्या कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं, मेरा लाइफ इतना बिजी है यहाँ पे। I try, but it's difficult to do it. At the same time that I can actually catch Indian audience, it becomes difficult for me to do that. So we are talking about the chronology. Let's go back to that. So first, I'm going to share with you guys. So जो भी हम ये जो सीक्वेंस ऑफ इवेंट्स क्रोनोलॉजी बात कर रहे हैं, राइट, हम लोग ये थियरी नहीं है. One thing I want to get it out there, that it's not theory. We are basing it on the facts and everything that's come in social media, that Republic, Times Now, ये लोग सब जो इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहे थे एंड हमें दिखा रहे थे, ये उस बात के ऊपर बेसिस होके ये सब लोग हम बोल रहे हैं. एंड वी आर ट्राइंग टू मेक दैट क्रोनोलॉजी टू सी कि वो किस तरह उसको मैनिपुलेट कर रही थी, किस तरह उसका एडवांटेज लिया जा रहा था, किस तरह उसको मेंटली डाउन किया जा रहा था, how they probably were drugging him in the back, how they were trying to show him that he is mentally not fit and try to give him all this other kind of medicines, right? So that is what we are trying to prove from this, kind of like an autopsy of all these events to prove their crime, okay? And this is not theory. This is how even CBI can do it actually, right? So that is what we are वही हम शेयर कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे कि CBI भी इस तरह कर सकती है, because these are all like events that you're trying to connect and see कि how they are involved, right? So first I'm going to share the video. ये सब हमने देखा है, right? We're just trying to connect it and show it with the proper dates so that हम connect कर पाए कि हाँ, this is when this happened, this is what was going on with him at that time, and this is what these people were doing to him, okay? So first I'm going to show you one of the video that is hello Ja, welcome. So let me show you. मैंने यहाँ पे ना बहुत खोल के रखा है because I wanted to do the whole 2019-2020 today, but I know I don't have that much time right now. So कल करेंगे हम लोग. I will try to come early tomorrow. So this one, give me okay, yeah, we'll go through this first. So I'm going to share this video, which are all the chats that were happening during we are only focusing on 2019 today, guys, so I'm not going to show you anything on 2020 today. So because हमने जो प्रीवियसली कवर किया है वहां पे 2019 का बहुत कवर किया है हमने, जो जहाँ पे वो आइसोलेट किया गया था, राइट? सो दिस इज द ड्रग चैट्स, इफ यू रिमेंबर, with Rhea and her group, right? So that is what I'm going to share right now. That's my stream. Yeah. So this is the video of that Doobie we have seen this chats before, right? But I'm just timeline establish करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. I'm trying to connect this with Anisha's. If you remember, Anisha का मैंने आपको दिखाया था जहाँ पे वो Hollywood के लिए she was telling that to him that the Hollywood directors are there. So do you do you want to go meet them? ये सब chats भेज रही थी. So if you remember Anisha का timeline यहाँ पे लिख के रखा है मैंने. If you remember, I think she had sent messages like May 15th, May 16th. And if you see her, the event, the way it has gone, he was very active with her, right? April of 2019 also he has replied to her. 1st April when he's telling, yes, I will come to Hollywood, I'll come to LA and all that, right? And then you see धीरे धीरे May में जो conversation हुए हैं उसके वहां पे थोड़ा gap होने लगा. Like May, if she sent May 15th, May 16th को उसका चैट जाता है एंड उसके बाद थोड़ा टाइम बाद वो रिप्लाई करता है उसको एंड ही टेल्स हर टू गिव हर फ्यू आवर्स टू सो दैट ही सेज दैट आई विल गिव यू सम डेट्स इन जून वेयर आई कैन कम. तो ये सब प्लानिंग उस टाइम हो रहा है. ओके, नाउ इसके बाद ये बात रिया को पता लगी होगी या उसके बाद ये जो घर में ये लोग सब नाटक कर रहे थे पैरानॉर्मल का, ये सब चल रहा होगा सेम टाइम पे. दैट्स व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू एस्टैब्लिश हियर. एंड उसी टाइम पे ये सब फिर उसके जो फोन कॉल चेंज होना, फोन्स चेंज होना, ये सब चीजें शुरू हुई है. एंड दैट इज द सेम टाइम इन जून, जुलाई. यू विल सी जुलाई इज व्हेन दिस ड्रग chats are, where the whole team, she's talking to the whole team and talking about getting the drugs and all this kind of stuff, right? So like hash डूबी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. So this is the same time जब उसको बंद किया गया था रूम में. Of course वो टीम को बोली होगी कि इसका तबीयत खराब है and all that, right? Because धीरे धीरे उसने जो भी शुरू किया होगा पीछे से उसको ड्रग करना है whatever, right? That would have had some effect on him during this time. Maybe he had some kind of anxiety and all that going on during this June July time. That is the reason June May end के बाद no reply to Anisha. We remember that. We already saw that. Okay, we have seen that, all that with proof. I'm not telling anything theory here, guys. Okay, तो सब proof देखा है हमने, कोई भी theory नहीं बोल रही हूँ यहाँ पे मैं. अनीशा का हमने ऑलरेडी देखा कि वो कब रिप्लाई की थी, कब उसका स्टॉप हुआ था. सुशांत स्टॉप रिप्लाइंग टू हर आफ्टर मे एंड. ओके, सो मे एंड के बाद जो भी चीजें उसने भेजा है उसको कोई रिप्लाई नहीं आया. करेक्ट, उसने जून में भी उसको भेजा है. आई विल टेल यू, June 28th she had sent something, then November 10th she had sent something. So she's been sending but no reply. Okay, so now we will go back. Let's play this one.
There's called Ayush and Anandi. It also includes Samuel Miranda, who has been questioned multiple times by the CBI, by the Enforcement Directorate as well. And in all likelihood, in the upcoming days, the NCB is also going to question all of these people because these chats are incriminating evidence that there was a drug gang that was running. Let me take our viewers through these chats. Let's begin with the first one. This is dated 30th of July 2019. It starts by Rhea asking, do be required? It's at 11:42 a.m. Ayush, one of their friends from the inner circle, goes on to say, rolling. Moving on in that chat, Miranda is here, says Siddharth Pithani, who is a flatmate of Sushant Singh Rajput. We don't know who this user is, but is also part of this WhatsApp group. He says Waterstone's booking is cancelled for the day as required. Waterstone's is at resort where Sushant Singh Rajput was moved for 2 months. Rhea goes on to say, I've left, we'll be back in a few. This happened at 12:37 p.m. She goes on to say, please send someone up to lock the lift door. Then goes on to also say, and send tank for Sush and keep a boy up for him. These are the chats from Rhea. An unknown person, part of the gang, says, yes, we'll do so. Do we have a doobie is what she asked. This is another chat from July 21st, 2019. Ayush, part of the inner circle of Rhea Chakraborty, says, awesome. Unknown person, we do not know who this person is, but is part of that gang. Ayush goes on to say, always. This unknown person says, cool. Ayush then says, come. This unknown person says, Shovik has asked to get speakers. Obviously, there is...
So, basically, my question here is, उसको वो रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहा था. दैट मीन्स उसका ऑलरेडी फोन नंबर्स चेंज हुए होंगे बिकॉज उसने वो मैसेजेस दैट मीन्स डिड नॉट सी. ओके, सो somebody else was seeing those messages probably, or I don't know if somebody else could have also replied if they were seeing. So I would think that they just changed the numbers, because she would have come to know कि इसका बहुत सारा conversations हो रहा है इस phone number से, and people sometimes have only one contact. जैसे कि मेरा अगर आज change हो जाएगा तो मेरा contact मेरे friends के साथ यही contact number रहेगा. So they will try to only reach me at that contact number, right? For if they want some other, then they'll have to reach to somebody else who are related to me. So that is what was happening with Rhea, right? The people are trying to reach, they had to reach to Rhea to get to Sushant. So ये बहुत लोगों ने already बोला है, okay? And also don't forget ये जो chartered accountant था Rajat, okay? He was also with them, but श्रुति मोदी told him not to come back. So उनका जो यूरोप ट्रिप ये सब हुआ उसके बाद वो भी निकाला गया था. Okay, so lot of things then transpired after the Europe trip also. Okay, so we have already talked about after Europe trip क्या हुआ था and stuff like that, जहाँ पे वो जो भी उसको मेडिसिन दे रहे थे एंड ऑल, ही वाज एट रियाज प्लेस, ही वाज इन वाटर स्टोन. तो वो भी थोड़ा सा हम लोग आज थोड़ा थोड़ा बात करेंगे based on the things that we have, right? So I'll play a little bit more this, then we'll go to the next one. I just want to show the
some part of
dates here. तो ये जुलाई में conversations हो रहे थे, right? So June, July, August, these are all the times that उसका ज्यादा किसी के साथ कांटेक्ट नहीं हुआ है, and he's kind of maybe they're making him feel like he's not well, then they're making him feel कि इस घर में कुछ हो रहा है. So all these things have transpired in that 3 months in very fast mode पे हुआ है वहां पे उस टाइम पे. okay, that is then उसके बाद जाके सितंबर आता है जहां पे वो कंपनी खुलता है. okay, so who knows वो किस हालत में था वो कंपनी, फर्स्ट कंपनी also when they opened, who knows, right? Because he was completely, and all those जो ऑडियोस क्लिप्स भी जो लीक हुए हैं जो जहां पे वो फाइनेंशियल बातें कर रहे हैं एंड ऑल, वो मुझे लग रहा है शायद 2020 के ऑडियो क्लिप्स होंगे, क्योंकि रियाज टीम actually leaked it, but who knows the timeline of it, right? Who knows कि actually कैसे बिलीव करे कि कौन सा टाइमलाइन था वो. So वो जो ऑडियो क्लिप्स also you will see कि what was I trying to say actually? ऑडियो क्लिप्स का कुछ तो बोलने वाली थी मैं, it went away from my head now. Okay, anyway, so तो हम देख रहे हैं कि वो जो ये जो टाइमलाइन है इसमें they are trying, he was getting down, so they were bringing him down in this time, right? इसीलिए सितंबर में I think उनको लगा होगा कि अभी कुछ ड्रास्टिक करना पड़ेगा सितंबर के बाद, right? That is why that Europe trip and all that was planned to take him somewhere. क्योंकि कितना टाइम तक तुम how long, Sushant is very intelligent, very smart, how long that he is not going to realize things, right? So जब भी उनको ऐसा लग रहा था, उनको लग रहा होगा अभी कुछ हाइड कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. That's when the Europe trip has happened, right? So little bit play करते हैं, फिर we'll go move to the next.
Planning going on for a party or so. They're talking about getting doobies, which is the street slang for a cannabis cigarette. Please call Ashok is what Samuel Miranda says. From unknown says for stuff. Now, Samuel Miranda then goes on to say, yes, we don't have any more. They're clearly talking here about drugs. This unknown person then goes on to say, okay, on it, he's probably talking about procuring some. Samuel Miranda then says, just one dube remaining. This unknown person then goes on to say, by when has Ashok said that he will manage? They're talking about procuring drugs for this gang. Samuel Miranda says, I told him to get it today. Okay, calling him, says this unknown person. This conversation then continues. Samuel Miranda says, I'm following up on him since the last 2 days. He says, I spoke with whoever this person is. Ashok, the name of this person is probably a dealer, probably a facilitator. We don't know yet. Samuel Miranda goes on to say, okay, I sent Sahil to somewhere else also to get. Now, that is what is a hybrid version, a synthetic version of the drug. There's a picture person, part of their gang, says, cool. Shovik then goes on to say, read soon, guys, and also get speakers as well, please, is what Shovik messages at 8:30 p.m. on this particular group. August p.m. She goes on to say, okay, please send.
So मैं पीछे जा रही हूँ because basically ये हमारे लिए just important है कि ये जो बात कर रहे थे, this is what is just important for us to understand यहाँ पे क्योंकि they were doing Waterstone booking and all that, right? So this is what is important. जहाँ पे she's telling that, shows that he's in a room upstairs and she's telling to send a boy, and lock the room and all that stuff. So ये सिर्फ important है, तो सिर्फ इसको
On
play
in
करती
that
हूँ.
chat, Miranda is here, says Siddharth Patani, who is a flatmate of Sushant Singh Rajput. We don't know who this user is, but is also part of this WhatsApp group. He says Waterstone's booking is cancelled for the day as required. Waterstone's is a resort where Sushant Singh Rajput was moved for 2 months. Rhea goes on to say, I've left, we'll be back in a few. This happened at 12:37 p.m. She goes on to say, please send someone up to lock the lift door. Then goes on to also say, and send tank for Sush and keep a boy up for him. These are the chats from Rhea, an unknown person, part of the gang, says, yes, we'll do so. Do we have a...
Okay. So, इसका मतलब कि वो वाटरस्टोन वो जुलाई से वो सितंबर तक उस टाइम में भी कभी कभी गए होंगे ये लोग, उसको लेके गए होंगे 1 or 2 days समथिंग, काइंड ऑफ टू शो हिम ओ यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा है या एवरीथिंग, बिकॉज आई थिंक वी हैव हर्ड कि वो वहां पे जाता था फॉर लाइक अदर काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटीज, रिक्रिएशनल एक्टिविटीज के लिए, राइट? इट्स लाइक रिसोर्ट. सो वहां पे कई बार उसको लेके गई होगी, बट 2 months ही वॉज मूव्ड आफ्टर द यूरोप ट्रिप. सो यूरोप ट्रिप के बाद दे हैव टेकन हिम देयर, क्योंकि तब वो घर देख रहे थे, बिकॉज दिसंबर इज व्हेन वो नया घर आया दिसंबर में. ओके, एंड दैट वाज लाइक कंफर्म्ड फ्रॉम पिटानी, जब वो बोला कि दिसंबर इज व्हेन दे मूव टू द न्यू हाउस. सो okay, so I'll stop sharing that. So you saw that these conversations were in July, right? Now we'll move on to the next thing in the sequence. I am just trying to go by in a sequence to show the timeline. That's all. So now we will, let me see which one I have to share now. Give me a second. बिकॉज यहाँ पे जो भी मैंने रखा है शेयर करने के लिए सब 2020 का ज्यादा है. सो आई विल शो यू गाइस. ओके, सो हमने सूजन वॉकर के बारे में बात किया. सो सूजन वॉकर के पास अगर नवंबर 7 को लेके गए, उसके तुरंत बाद दे वुड हैव स्टार्टेड हिम ऑन बाइपोलर मेडिसिन. ओके, एंड दैट इज व्हाई नाउ दैट्स द टाइमलाइन आई विल कम टू. नाउ बाइपोलर मेडिसिन या जो भी वो ले रहा होगा उस टाइम एंड ऑल, it's possible that he could be having more anxiety because of it. He could be having some kind of side effects because of it. Lot of things were going. So now that is where the November 25th chat of Jaya Saha comes into the picture. Okay, so let's me show you that one. Okay, so this one is Jaya Saha's. Okay, let me share. I'm trying to play without even sharing. Hello Usha, hi, be happy creative, nice name. VJ cat, hi, hello. Yes, justice for SSR. Sushant never participated in these chats. Yes, main thing is वही है हेमंत जी, सुशांत को किसी भी chat में we have never seen him in any drug chats. That is one. Second, जो भी chats लिखे हुए हैं आज तक, एक भी chat में ऐसा नहीं लिखा है कि I love you. He's never told I love you to her. That's another main thing. नहीं तो बहुत कुछ दिखा सकती थी वो, right? क्यों नहीं दिखाया उसने? कभी नहीं बोला गया. So he was kind of just more like a close friend, I feel. I mean, शायद बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड की तरह रह रहे होंगे, बट व्हाट आई मीन इज ही प्रॉब्ली वाज नॉट श्योर अबाउट हर. रईस जी बोलते थे कि अप्रैल में भी वाटरस्टोन में मिलने गए थे. करेक्ट, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग, बिकॉज उसको वो वाटरस्टोन हमेशा जाता था, नॉट लाइक ही वेंट एंड स्टेड देयर फॉर सो मेनी डेज और समथिंग, राइट? बट वो बीच बीच में शायद कुछ ऐसे ही एंजॉय करने के लिए रिसोर्ट जाते हैं ना. सो लाइक दैट ही वुड हैव गॉन इन बिटवीन. तो इसीलिए बीच बीच में they would have tried to say कि हाँ चल let's book and take him there or something. But Europe trip के बाद they took him completely there. Okay. Whole India knows that SSR was brutally murdered. Hemant ji बोल रहे हैं, but yet some people try to float suicide theory, but there are so many hard evidence in public. Yet some fools trying to, I don't understand those fools anyway. So let me share this one. And hello Sumi, welcome. Okay, so I'm just sharing only now यूरोप ट्रिप के बाद का, because I'm trying to connect, क्योंकि parallelly जो चीजें हो रहे थे, that's what we're trying to connect, right? तो Susan Walker का हुआ, they would have started him on this bipolar medicine, whatever, right? So this is, I'm talking about November now. We're talking about November. November 25th को उसको बहुत सारी चीजें हो रही होंगी, that is why side effects हो रहे होंगे, lot of things, anxiety high हो गया होगा. That's when she would have asked Jaya Shah something, and Jaya Shah told her CBD oil. तो ये CBD oil का इसीलिए उसी टाइम पे आ रहा है. So to calm him down, now they're giving him CBD oil. Okay, so that's the same time.
And when all this was at its peak, the sisters were coming. So she wanted to, that's why the 4-letter word, she wanted that the sisters should not be able to convince him to get back to normalcy. Now that's very, very important, Navika. The moment he used to be with his sisters, he used to slowly start turning normal. And that is why when Sushant came to Rani in Panchkula, in 48 hours, and mind you, he drove all the way from Mumbai. He was so desperate.
So ये जो पंचकुला की बात कर रहे हैं, ये फिर 2020 में फॉल होता है. Okay, so 2020 में he went during his birthday time there. Okay, so right now 2019 का ही टाइमलाइन फॉलो करेंगे हम लोग. सो यहाँ पे जो जया शाह का जो उसके साथ ये हो रहा है, तभी रिया इज टेलिंग अबाउट कि रिया इज टेलिंग टू जया दैट ऑल 3 ऑफ द सिस्टर्स विल बी कमिंग टुडे. बट इफ यू रिमेंबर, ये भी बोला गया, आई कुड नॉट फाइंड दैट वीडियो, बट ये भी बोला गया कि व्हेन द सिस्टर्स केम ही वाज इन द वाटर स्टोन, राइट? सो ये जो सीबीडी ऑयल का चल रहा है, then was he already in Waterstone? Because she's telling they're coming today. That means was he in Waterstone at that time? And this CBD oil, whatever, was given at Waterstone. Because sisters came and they went to Waterstone to see him. And us time pe, like they, talked to him or whatever. And he had probably before that he had given kind of like a SOS to them, but he did not go with them. He changed his mind after Rhea and her family talked something to him. Okay, so मुझे लग रहा है शायद पहले वाटरस्टोन ले गए होंगे ये लोग कुछ टाइम के लिए, उसके बाद शायद वो लोग रिया के घर ले गए होंगे. सो वो सीक्वेंस ऐसे हुआ होगा. दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक. आई कुड बी रॉन्ग, इट कुड बी द अदर वे, बट दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक. या फिर यूरोप के आने के तुरंत बाद, अगर बिकॉज ये जब कॉन्वर्सेशन हो रहा है तब रिया के घर में तो नहीं है, इसका मतलब, राइट, इफ द सिस्टर्स आर कमिंग. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम ट्राइंग टू कनेक्ट इट दैट वे, क्योंकि ये नवंबर का है. या फिर तुरंत आने के बाद कुछ दिन था वो रिया के घर में, उसके बाद उसको वाटरस्टोन मूव कर दिए हैं इन दिस नवंबर टाइम फ्रेम. तो बेसिकली नवंबर में शायद वाटरस्टोन में था.
Drove all the way from Mumbai and he came to Rani, and within 48 hours she made 25 calls to him and ensured that he left as soon as possible, because she didn't want that 4-letter word to happen to him. That means that he shouldn't get back to normalcy. She wanted to get him back as soon as possible.
Otherwise, the drugs would have worn off.
Mind continues the way it has been doing. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. And the family was not aware, Navika, because the family is not, used to dealing with drug addicts and knowing what are the symptoms of drug. Because these are only things where if you have an experience too, that you'll know that this is a drug effect. So the family thought that this is some kind of a anxiety problem which Sushant is having. And mind you, he never had this problem prior to 2019. He never had any problem prior to Rhea coming into his life. His problems started only and only after April of 19, when Rhea came in his life, and he for the first time complained about this to his sister in September, and of course later in November and January. So, and that is why the complaint in February. So the Mumbai police, which was waiting for a written complaint, probably was.
Okay, so basically मुझे सिर्फ वो टाइमलाइन दिखाना था, वो सीबीडी ऑयल वाला, राइट? क्योंकि 2020 तो हम कल बात करेंगे. So it was in the same time that these conversations are going on. Same time नवंबर, पैसा जा रहा था, बैंक से पैसा उठाया जा रहा था सैमुअल मिरांडा के थ्रू. That probably सुशांत से परमिशन लेके कर रहे होंगे, बिकॉज दे वर ट्राइंग टू डू ऑल दिस पूजा ये वो एंड ऑल, दे वर टोल्ड कि इसीलिए हम लोग निकाल रहे हैं करके, बिकॉज दैट इज हाउ maybe Samuel Miranda and all started getting access to his pins and all this, क्योंकि later on उसके जो pin conversations है ये सब हो रहे हैं मई में. Okay, we will come to that 2020 के अप्रैल में के conversation, we will come to that in the next analysis, you know, I will do all that. वो 2020 का है जहाँ पे वो pin conversation हो रहे हैं, जहाँ Rhea is asking about the financial stuff, pins and all that. Okay, so we'll come to that tomorrow. But सो यहाँ पे उसको अभी एक्सेस मिलने लगा सैमुअल को into this. So this is how they got into it. Okay, now he is sick, right? They have made him sick. Now he is not going to be managing like lot of things. First of all, like say Pitani and all these guys were already managing. Samuel Miranda को तो हाउस मैनेजर इसीलिए उन्होंने लिया होगा, so that he can manage those things. So basically, अब धीरे धीरे they started getting access now, right? So they got more authorization kind of into getting his pins, and वो जाके actually पैसा निकाल रहा है ATM से and all that, right? So I think at a time 3 लाख निकाला था, 4 लाख, and it was told कि वो पूजा के लिए. So the same thing going on. Now I'll show you another video जहाँ पे actually इसी time में sisters को doubt हुआ है, क्योंकि the sisters were not able to reach him too, right? So that's why you see that जया शाह, जो जया शाह के साथ वो बात कर रही है, उसमें भी आपको पता चलता है कि वो सबको किस तरह मैनिपुलेट कर रही थी. वो स्टाफ हो, वो टीम हो, या फिर वो जया शाह, किसी को भी, सबको वो बोल रही थी कि she would be showing in such a way that he is sick. That's what she's showing, right? So जबकि सबको like सुशांत को बुलाया गया होगा, किसी को नहीं बताना है, बट पूरी दुनिया को पता था कि सुशांत सिक के, सुशांत ये हो रहा है वो हो रहा है, एंड उसका डिप्रेशन तो पूरा बॉलीवुड को पता था बिकॉज ऑफ हर. ओके, सो उसको जो पीछे काम करना है वो तो कर रही थी, बट आगे उसको ऐसे दिखा रही होगी जैसे कि शी इज नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस to anyone, and she's trying to tell him to hide things and all that, right? So that's how she would have manipulated in front of him, and that is why the main reason that he's not tried to reach out to people, right? Otherwise he would have tried to reach out to people, right? But he never thought of that because he didn't want to spread his own things that, you know, log सोचेंगे कि मुझे bipolar है या मुझे depression है, मुझे ये है. So he didn't want to do that. So it was very like they convinced him in that way, so that he agreed to do that. He didn't like try to go away from his comfort zone and try to tell that. But बीच बीच में फिर भी उसने sisters को कभी कभी कुछ बोला. बट रिमेंबर कि सिस्टर्स के साथ इसलिए उसने अप्रैल से ही उसका प्रॉब्लम कर दिया, राइट? अप्रैल को जब उसने प्रियंका के ऊपर एलिगेशन सब लगा दिया, तभी से वो फैमिली के साथ ऑलरेडी इवन सुशांत का थोड़ा बहुत ये होने लगा. ओके, सो ही हैड issues with his sister, like every brother and sister. We all fight, right? Agar my brother's wife tells him something, then obviously my brother will be angry at me or will be, you know, fighting with me. That doesn't mean that he doesn't love me, right? Families में होता है ऐसी चीजें, and then you just try to cut off for a while and you don't want to talk to your sister, you know, do such things. तो वो सब already चल रहा था, उसके ऊपर ये घी डाल के and now she got very too much of clearance into his life to kind of do what she wanted to do with it. Okay, so now I'll share with you another video जहाँ पे सेम नवंबर टाइम में, ओके, क्योंकि सुशांत ने कभी तो कुछ तो बोला होगा कि like, you know, whatever, like we went to the doctor or we saw the doctor and this is what they're telling something. But sisters are kind of like still trying to think कि क्या ये हो सकता है, क्या ये नहीं हो सकता, क्या सच में, क्योंकि वो अगर अगर सुशांत सिस्टर्स को बोल रहा होगा कि रिया, like I have gone to the doctor myself, I've talked to the doctor, तो डॉक्टर मुझे ऐसे बोल रहे, सो हो सकता है कि वो ऐसा, राइट? सो इन दैट वे दे माइट बी गिविंग अ लिटिल दिस थिंग टू रिया, बट दे वर डाउटिंग हर टू, राइट, कि व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन. सो द सिस्टर had actually sent a message. That's what I'm going to share here. That is why मुझे नहीं लगता है कि ऐसा नहीं है कि उनको पता नहीं था, बट उनको पूरा थोड़ी ही पता था. उनको पता था कि something सुशांत is going on with Sushant, and this girl has taken him to the doctors and declared him bipolar and everything, but they were doubting those things. So that's why I think initially it came out कि sisters को पता नहीं था bipolar. They knew, but they were still doubting certain things कि what is going on. Like is it true? Like maybe they thought it's just depression. Nobody thought about drug angle. Nobody thought about कि अगर वो बोल रहा है नहीं मुझे hallucinations हो रहे हैं, right? So when Rhea is taking me to the doctor is telling कि मुझे ऐसा है. तो sisters are not going to think कि अरे तुम्हें ड्रग की वजह से हो रहे हो. वो क्यों सोचेंगे ऐसा? Because nobody is thinking about what she might be doing in the back. So that was what is happening. So his sister, who is Rani Didi, जो कि बड़ी sister है, she had sent a message to I think Shruti Modi. Let me share that one right now. ये एक्चुअली जस्ट चैट दिखाती हूँ क्योंकि ये TV9 है, किसी और लैंग्वेज में, पता नहीं किस लैंग्वेज में था, ये कन्नड़ा में था क्या? नहीं कन्नड़ा नहीं, तमिल या कुछ.
So nice. I am so excited because I got the new.
Okay. So ये क्या, ये क्यों आ गया भाई? Okay, stop sharing. What happened here? I was trying to play something else and ये कुछ और आ गया. Sorry. Okay. Okay, let me share again. पता नहीं वो double click हो जाता है something. It went to the next video or something that was coming up there. So let me share again. ये मुझे मेरे माउस में भी oh my god चला गया. ये माउस भी प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है मुझे कुछ. Okay, share audio. Chrome. Where is that? Okay. Okay. So I will just share because ये कौन सा है, तमिल में बात कर रहे हैं शायद. Let me just share I'll just move it and show you the chat. So this is the chat. Okay. So ये कब का है देखो, November 26. CBD oil का कब हुआ है? That this is the timeline I'm trying to establish. That's why. November 25th. So November 25th को you see the chats because this is the time sisters were coming in. So I already showed you guys. Rhea बोल रही है कि all the 3 sisters are coming today. Okay. Now the sister, the right 25th को, 26th को she's sending this message. So why वो 26th को भेज रही? इसका मतलब 25th को उनको पता चला होगा. Maybe they came and already saw Sushant. Then he refused to come with them, right? So that would have happened. Then she's trying to find out now कि क्या चल रहा है, right? What medicine are they giving it? So this is the conversation that she had. Let me play that.
తెలుసని ఈ చాటింగ్ స్పష్టం చేస్తోంది.
Okay. So see there. She says, she's sending this to Shruti Modi. She says, hi Shruti, I'll be outside. This is in the morning of 26th November. Okay. And then it says, hi Shruti, please send me all the doctor's prescriptions. Okay, so she's asking Shruti Modi to send all the doctor prescription that was given to Sushant. Okay, so sisters were trying. Okay, sisters were trying hard to get all the kind of information, but itna usko shield kiya gaya tha sisters ke against. So let's see the next year.
ఇదే విషయానికి సంబంధించి
And then see what she says. Shruti, she's telling, give me a few minutes, sending. Okay. Then she says, also would like, now this is Rani Didi saying, okay, this is the elder sister. Also would like to meet the doctor who came home. Dekho. So there was a doctor who came home also. And that prescription be. So बहुत सारे doctors के prescriptions है. Now the doctor who came home, I don't know if that was Nikita Shah that Freeze was talking about, or she's talking about Susan Walker. But she clearly wanted to know from Shruti कि क्या medicines इसको दे रहे हैं, right? क्या चल रहा है यहाँ पे? So they are asking Shruti Modi about that. The sister is asking, okay? So then see what she says. She says, sure.
శృతి సింగ్ ను సిబిఐ ప్రశ్నించే అవకాశాలు ఉన్నాయి. సుశాంత్ సూసైడ్ కేసులో ఇప్పటికే ఆయన మాజీ మేనేజర్ శృతి.
So then she sends this prescription, और ये prescription है एक डॉक्टर, हाँ इसके बारे में I think this is the prescription thing, some feda something कुछ है, I don't know what the actual name is, the way it is spelled कुछ तो था actually, बहुत पहले ये prescription का दिखा रहे थे वो लोग, right? that this doctor has given this prescription करके.
మేనేజర్ శృతి మోదీని సిబిఐ ప్రశ్నించింది. శృతి మోదీ
Oh,
లాయర్
there it go. There it is. दादा चंद जी. कौन है डॉक्टर? ये पर्सी चावला तो नहीं है, राइट? सो दिस इज सम अदर डॉक्टर जिसका प्रिस्क्रिप्शन. तो ये एक डॉक्टर हुआ. दूसरा हमने देखा कि यूरोप से आने के बाद वो निकिता शाह का भी एक प्रिस्क्रिप्शन. तीसरा उन्होंने सावंत को लेके फिर ये सब जब काम नहीं किया, ये सब कुछ दे रहे हैं उसको एंग्जाइटी के लिए, स्लीप डिसऑर्डर के लिए, सब कुछ. उसके ऊपर उसको सूजन वॉकर के पास उसी टाइम में लेके गए जब दे आर गिविंग ऑल दिस थिंग्स एंड उसको पता नहीं, मे बी ही वाज लॉस्ट, मे बी ही डिडंट नो व्हाट वाज गोइंग ऑन. एट द सेम टाइम दे कन्विंस्ड हिम टू टेक टू सूजन वॉकर. अब सूजन वॉकर के पास जब लेके गए तब, और शी टोल्ड बाइपोलर. ओके, देन द बाइपोलर थिंग स्टार्टेड. सो नवंबर एंड तक, बाय द टाइम सिस्टर्स केम, ऑलरेडी हो चुका था नवंबर फर्स्ट वीक में ही, एंड दे हैव ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड हिम विद सम अदर दिस काइंड ऑफ मेडिसिन्स. ओके, दैट्स व्हाई ही वाज हैविंग सो मच ट्रबल एट 25th. एंड CBD oil,
సంచలన
25th.
విషయాలు వెల్లడించారు.
CBD
గత
oil
ఏడాది
was 25th November. The chat that Rani Didi is sending is 26th November.
జూన్ నుంచి ఫిబ్రవరి వరకు సుశాంత్ మేనేజర్ గా శృతి పనిచేసిందని తెలిపాడు. గత జనవరి వరకు సుశాంత్ బ్యాంక్
So that is when she sends this prescription, copy का वो लेके उसको भेज रही है रानी दीदी को. And this is what they tried to use against the sisters. They said कि sisters को पता था कि उसको ये मेडिसिन दिया जा रहा है, सिस्टर को पता था कि उसको बाइपोलर है. So that's what they tried to bring that up and try to use against her. But उस टाइम में sisters थोड़ी वो इतना सोचेगी कि एक दिन ये उसको मार देगी या वट एवर. दे ऑल्सो हैव टू डू देयर ओन इन्वेस्टिगेशन टू अंडरस्टैंड कि रिया इज डूइंग, इज रिया रियली डूइंग द राइट थिंग और नॉट. सो ये सब उनको भी टाइम लगता है, राइट? क्योंकि ये नवंबर का है. तो नवंबर को अगर उनको प्रिस्क्रिप्शन मिला है, दैट इज द रीजन दे हैव आल्सो कम टू सी हिम, राइट? एंड ही रिफ्यूज्ड टू गो विद देम. तो उसके बाद उनको फिर डाउट हुआ होगा. उसके बाद जाके जनवरी में समो दे अगेन convinced him to come, and that is when he went to see Rani Didi in January. तब बहुत जल्दी उसने 48, like how Vikas Singh ji said, 48 hours में she has made, like in 2 days, some 25 calls and made him come back in January, correct? So we can see the sisters were really trying hard. And जब हम 2020 की बात करेंगे, then we'll go through all the event, क्योंकि February में was when they sent the WhatsApp messages and all to the DCP, correct? So वो सब चल रहा था. So a lot of things were being done trying to save him, okay? But nobody, I don't think anybody thought that she would be someone who can be responsible for his death, right? So they were trying to find things against Rhea. So that's what they were trying to do at that time. So this
ఖాతాలో 6 కోట్ల రూపాయలు ఉన్నట్టు తెలిపారు. శృతి కేవలం ఉద్యోగి మాత్రమే అని, సుశాంత్ ఇచ్చే ఆదేశాలను పాటించేదని చెప్పారు. సుశాంత్ డ్రగ్స్ తీసుకున్న విషయం వాస్తవమేనని అన్నారు. రియాకు కూడా ఈ వ్యవహారంతో సంబంధం ఉన్నట్టు చెప్పాడు. సుశాంత్ కు కుటుంబ సభ్యులతో సంబంధాలు అంతంత మాత్రమే అని తెలిపాడు శృతి లాయర్ సారంగి. ప్రతి నెల తన తండ్రికి 25,000 రూపాయలు పంపించేవాడని వెల్లడించాడు.
Okay, so basically इसमें इतना ही मुझे दिखाना था that this was a prescription.
బాధపడుతున్నట్టు ఆయన సోదరి న్యూతు సింగ్ కు ముందే
Stop
తెలుసు.
that. So I just wanted to basically show you guys the timeline. तो हम लोग अभी timeline देख रहे हैं, right? So तेलुगु में, अच्छा तेलुगु चल रहा है. Sometimes I get confused within Tamil and Telugu also. It should be pretty clear, but फिर भी confused हो जाती. Okay, now Namaste Saloni ji. Sister knew what was told to them, but sisters doubted everything, correct, which has been told to them, exactly. I think Rhea ji is here. मेरा दूसरा स्क्रीन खुला था तो मैंने देखा नहीं. अरे रईस जी चले गए. ओके, रईस जी प्लीज कम बैक. मैंने आपको देखा नहीं क्योंकि मेरा, जब मैं दूसरा शेयर कर रही होती हूँ ना, तो आई एम लाइक ऑन दैट स्क्रीन ट्राइंग टू स्टॉप एंड प्ले इट, तो इसलिए आपको देखा नहीं. अभी देखा मैंने, जब स्ट्रीम यार्ड स्क्रीन पे आई तो आपको देखा. सो इफ यू वांट टू ज्वाइन बैक अगेन प्लीज. I'll take you for a minute. Maybe you can say what you wanted to say and then I can continue my analysis. Namaste Dhananjay ji. डॉक्टर प्रवीण दादा चंदी. अच्छा, प्रवीण था वो नाम. अच्छा, वो क्या एफ की तरह दिख रहा था. आई थिंक वो दादा चंदी का डी दिख रहा था शायद देन, क्योंकि कुछ फैराडे ऐसे कुछ तो दिख रहा था लास्ट नेम. बट हेमंत जी इज राइट, आई थिंक प्रवीण दादाचंद। तो कितने डॉक्टर्स के पास गए हैं ये लोग, सो उससे पता चल रहा है क्या क्या डाल रहे थे उसके सिस्टम में, राइट? They didn't know they are showing him to so many doctors. Correct. They asked prescription. One was sent. What about the other prescriptions? Exactly SM. So one was sent. What about the other one? Right? So ये जो prescription दादा चंद जी का, ये तो bipolar का नहीं होगा, correct? तो bipolar का तो किसका था फिर? Susan का था, right? Which we already discussed so much. So where is that? So basically कुछ तो उनको दिखाना था ना उसके against, तो इसलिए they were trying to show कि हाँ sisters को ये पता था। Okay. So I'm going to share the next screen and Rais ji please come back। I'm so sorry, मैंने actually StreamYard screen पे नहीं थी, तो मैंने देखा नहीं कि आप थे या यहाँ पे या नहीं। अब भी देखा मैंने तो 1 सेकंड में आप चले गए। So anyway, let me go back and share the other screen। Okay, so we were talking about the November timeline, correct? अब okay, which is the video? I'm trying to go one by one. Because I don't want to. Okay, so this one is 2019. Okay. So now the only chats that came, which were again, now we already यहाँ पे prove हो गया, जैसे SMG ने कहा that was the prescription that they shared. What about the other prescription? Correct? That was not shared. So यहाँ पे कुछ prove नहीं होता है कि they knew, they you know कि उनको कुछ भी पिन करने के लिए कुछ भी प्रूव नहीं होता। दैट इज वन। सेकेंड इज वो जो दूसरा एक प्रिस्क्रिप्शन की बात हो रही है जिसकी वजह से प्रियंका ट्रबल में आई, वो अलग बात है। वो दैट इज समथिंग दैट प्रियंका हैड एडवाइज्ड हिम एंड दैट्स व्हाई शी गॉट इन ट्रबल फॉर दैट, और दे यूज्ड इट अगेंस्ट हर बेसिकली। बट नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू शेयर दिस वन व्हिच इज the chats that we have seen that were happening. कहाँ है? I'm going to share that now. Monisha ji is saying Susan is not a psychiatrist, so she cannot prescribe medicines. Correct. How did they give SSR bipolar medicine? Exactly, Monisha ji. And please go and watch my dissection on Susan Walker and Kasi Chhabra. We already did that in our previous session. So उसके ऊपर हमने already extensively बात किया है। Let me now, क्या हो रहा है? Let me share the StreamYard here again and let me go and share that video I'm talking about. अब इस वीडियो में भी I'll show you कि प्रॉब्लम क्या है यहाँ पे। Pushpalata ji is telling Shruti wouldn't have sent anything without Rhea permission. Exactly. That's why she took time, right? She said, give me a sec, give me a few minutes, she said in that chat, and then she would have sent that. तो वो जो भी उस डॉक्टर का होगा दादा चंद जी का, सिर्फ उसको भेज दिया उसने। Now these are the chats that some private chats between Sushant and Rhea. Now इसमें कितना डिस्क्रिपेंसी है ये देखो। ओके, जो ये जो प्राइवेट चैट्स है जिसमें एक्चुअली वो लीक किया, रिया के टीम ने लीक किया इन ऑर्डर टू शो कि that Sushant was having problem with his sisters and you know all this kind of stuff, and वो दिखाने के लिए लीक किया गया, राइट? बट उसमें डिस्क्रिपेंसीज क्या है? These are the only chats and we don't know that is if these are genuine or not. We don't know the timeline of it, and that is a discrepancy. So let me share that.
That Sushant Singh Rajput sent these private messages to Rhea Chakraborty. Yes, this says sushi. So what the team of Rhea Chakraborty is trying to highlight is that this message was sent by Sushant Singh Rajput to Rhea Chakraborty. But you know, if you use a mobile phone, that contact details can be edited. So at this point in time, we don't know if this was really Sushant Singh Rajput messaging Rhea Chakraborty, but this is what the team claims. Rhea Chakraborty team claims that Sushant Singh Rajput sent these private messages to Rhea Chakraborty. Let's now scroll up. So upon being asked by Rhea Chakraborty how he's doing, this is what Sushant Singh responds. This is what he tells Rhea Chakraborty. He says, not great. My sister is now manipulating Sid Bhai. We don't know who Sid Bhai is, and that's why we are saying there's a context of the conversation provided by Team Rhea. So he says, not great. My sister is now manipulating Sid Bhai playing a victim card, trying to divert this entire thing, that you and me, in the bracket it says that you and I are letting go, into me physically punishing her for the act. It's such a severe disappointment. Now, if you read this particular exchange of message, you'll get a sense that Sushant Singh Rajput was unhappy with his sister, and he goes on to say that my sister is now manipulating Sid Bhai, and my sister is playing a victim card. That's the sense you would get, that things were not right between Sushant Singh Rajput and his sister Priyanka. Something had happened because of which Sushant Singh Rajput was upset. Now, this is the alleged conversation that took place between Rhea Chakraborty and Sushant Singh Rajput. And in the last line of this particular chat, he says, it is such a severe disappointment. What is he disappointed about? That is not clear yet in the conversation. And post that, Rhea Chakraborty says, please call after your meeting. So after he expresses disappointment, she says, please call after your meeting. Now, this is very important. This basically is a message that Sushant Singh Rajput sent to her sister Priyanka, and then he forwarded this to Rhea Chakraborty for her to read this, to go through this, which says, and this is for Priyanka, forwarded to Rhea, you do this after the shameful act, making this a cover-up to attract attention, playing a victim card to the most non-negotiable act of molestation. Look at the words. Non-negotiable act of molestation under alcohol. Well, my dear sister, there is our mother and there is God that my mother stood for, taught me. And this bit is very important. After the shameful act, what is the shameful act? We don't know anything about that. That hasn't come up yet in this conversation, that Rhea Chakraborty's team is claiming was part of the message sent by Sushant Singh Rajput to her, forwarded to her, in fact. And then look at these lines. He says, I am worried by my sister, and he calls his own sister pure evil. Either he's referring to what has happened as pure evil, or he's referring to his sister Priyanka as pure evil. But what really has happened? Why is Sushant Singh Rajput so upset, so worried about his sister, about what really took place that night? Nothing of that sort has been spoken about in this conversation. So this is the exchange between Rhea Chakraborty and Sushant Singh Rajput, where the message that was meant for Priyanka was then forwarded to Rhea as well, where Sushant says that my sister is now manipulating Sid Bhai. She's playing a victim card, and this is such a severe disappointment. We did ask some counter questions to Rhea's team and asked them to provide us with a timeline, details of the day when these messages were exchanged between Sushant Singh Rajput and Rhea Chakraborty. And this is why we are saying that answers to counter questions were not provided. Anomaly number one, like I said, there is no date reference in a chat. If you take screenshot of your WhatsApp chat, you must have no.
So that was anomaly first one, right? That date reference nahi hai. Kaun se date pe ye sab kiya gaya tha? Nahi hai. Okay, we don't know that. They have not given that. Second one, the number reference of the timeline.
Tell you when that chat
no
or
reference
the
of
exchange
timeline,
took place. But the messages that we just showed you on the big screen here had no reference of the date. So we don't know at what point in time, which year, which month did the exchange take place. Anomaly number two, there is no reference of the timeline. These details have not been provided by Team Rhea. Anomaly number three, why release at this juncture? Now that the investigation is going on, and also when the family was leveling allegations, Rhea Chakraborty did not say a word. All of a sudden, there are these messages which are being released. Why is this part of some sort of a slander campaign to malign the family, as is being alleged by the family? Now take a look at this. This is what Sushant Singh Rajput, in reference to Priyanka, his sister, tells Rhea Chakraborty. He says, my sister is now manipulating Sid Bhai, playing a victim card. It is such a severe disappointment. These are excerpts of really the exchange that took place. So these are excerpts of the messages that were sent by Sushant Singh Rajput to Rhea Chakraborty, allegedly, because Team Rhea claims that Sushant Singh Rajput had spoken about how manipulative his sister is and how disappointed he is with the entire episode. These are the exchanges that took place, but like I said, no details on the date, no details on timeline, no details on what the context of the entire information, the exchange of the messages was. And these questions and these anomalies rather raise very severe and very, very serious questions. Why is it that Team Rhea is now releasing these messages? Let's go across.
Okay. सो मेन यही था, आई वांटेड टू शो दैट ये जो एक चीज उन्होंने रिलीज किया उसमें भी इश्यू है, उसमें भी प्रॉब्लम है, बिकॉज वी कैन सी दैट दे हैव नॉट गिवन द टाइमलाइन. एंड मुझे क्या लगता है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ दैट वी कांट इवन गो बाय दैट. सो आई एम नॉट इवन गोइंग टू कंसिडर इट एज जेन्युइन चैट्स. वन. सेकेंड, अगर ये टाइमलाइन नहीं गई, इसका मतलब जो प्रियंका दी के साथ जो उनका प्रॉब्लम, उसने एलिगेशन डाला था उसने अप्रैल में, तुरंत उसके बाद हुआ होगा. तो तुरंत उसके बाद तो वो ऑब्वियसली इफ इज सपोर्टिंग रिया एंड इफ दे हैड समथिंग दैट सी, अगर ये प्लान करके आई होगी उसके लाइफ में, इसका मतलब तो वो प्रियंका को कैसे निकालना है वो भी तो प्लान बनाया होगा, राइट? तो उस प्लान के हिसाब से ही उसने जो भी वीडियो टेप लिया होगा या वट एवर, हु नोस, उस पार्टी में you know if they were all drunk and she took something of Priyanka, and that is what she used to show Sushant, so that Sushant could actually believe her rather than believing his own sister, right? So there's something has happened there. That means वहां पे कुछ तो जोल है जो हुआ है जिसकी वजह से वो इस तरह उसको, not like a direct blackmail, but it's like an indirect blackmail. जैसे तुम दिखा रहे हो and then बोल रहे हो देखो you don't believe, see this is what your sister was doing, or this, ये तुम्हारी सिस्टर का हालत था, ऐसा कुछ दिखाएगी, तो then that is why he would have supported Rhea rather than supporting sister. तो उस टाइम में तो वो हो भी सकता है कि he would have supported Rhea and told whatever to console her. He would have told something, oh yeah, my sister is acting like this, my sister is not listening, or my very normal thing if you take it that way, correct? That is why उन लोगों ने टाइमलाइन रिलीज नहीं किया, because they are trying to show कि this is a conversation that's happening later on, but it's not. That's what I'm trying to get to that point. Because are they proving that? Are they telling us कि ये कब का था? नहीं, इसका मतलब ये तुरंत उसके बाद टाइम का हो सकता है. So that is kind of, we can discredit this thing there. So that's why it doesn't make any thing to take that. Okay, Dr. Pushpa ji is here. Let me take her comments. Yeah, Waterstone incident, they lied to the family that SSR was suffering from dengue. Yeah. But वही Waterstone का जो incident है, even if they were lying to the family, the sister, like you see, she was trying to find out. You saw, right? 25th, CBD oil. 26th, the sister is trying to find out क्या prescriptions दिया गया है, right? Now I will show you another one on 29th. So देखो, the family is trying to reach out to them in all this time. Now 29th, so the sisters would have come. He would have refused to go with them to from Waterstone to with them. He would have refused to go. Then sisters would have gone back probably. उसके बाद November 29th को the father sends a message to Rhea. Now that is what I'm going to show. So father also was trying to find out कि क्या हो रहा है, right? Because sisters बोल रहे होंगे कि he's not coming with us and ये सब हो रहा है. So the father is trying to reach out now. So okay, Panchkula incident, Siddharth was accompanied by SSR and Neetu as Rhea's informer. Correct. And ये 2020 की बात हेमंत जी हम कल बात करेंगे, क्योंकि 2020 का बहुत सारे बातें हैं, because everything was changing in 2020, because 2020 में he started realizing from March itself, and I will show you with proof, like March में कैसे realize हुआ, what he was doing in March and all that. So I will do that tomorrow. So we will talk about that. So Pushpa ji is telling, as CBI, they should have, right? अगर केस को देख रहे होंगे, then they should have done all this. ये सारे चैट्स तो अगर टाइम्स नाउ के पास है, रिपब्लिक के पास है, तो then CBI के पास क्यों नहीं है? उनको तो सब फोन एक्सेस था. I think Sid Bhai is Priyanka's husband. Yes, correct. No time, no date. Like the gratitude list. Exactly. Gratitude list भी, first of all, वो उसका होगा ही नहीं. मैं तो मानूंगी ही नहीं. Okay, there's no proof of that कि वो उसका है. Correct. First. Second, अगर वो उसका होगा भी तो कभी ना कभी उसके घर में जाके कुछ खाया होगा, पिया होगा, उसके बाद उसने कुछ बोल दिया होगा उसको कि अरे यार, यू डोंट अप्रिशिएट माय फैमिली, तो उसने कुछ लिख दिया होगा. Who knows, right? So वैसा भी हो सकता है. So that gratitude list has no value here at all. Gratitude list can't be SSR language. That's language of some stupid repeating same words. Yeah. And even if it was his, how does it matter? It doesn't prove anything, right? वो कब का था? It doesn't prove anything. Because कभी तो वो उसके फैमिली को अप्रिशिएट तो कर रहा होगा बहुत टाइम से, राइट? दैट इज व्हाई ही वाज लिसनिंग टू देम, ही वाज बीइंग विद देम फॉर अ व्हाइल. उसके बाद वो किस तरह मैनिपुलेट किए, वो क्या क्या कर रहे हैं, इसको सुशांत को थोड़ी पता था. ही वाज जस्ट अ नाइस simple guy, so he was of course getting manipulated by these people. These chats with anomalies indicate that these were sent to Rhea after 14 June. Remember, Sushant phone and laptop were with Rhea. Exactly. That is another point. वो भी हम कल बात करेंगे. जबकि सिद्धार्थ पिटानी बोल चुका है कि that Rhea went with his laptop, with his phone, with his something else he had told. That means what is even police talking about? पुलिस क्या बोल रही है कि वो गूगल कर रहा था, टाइम ले लिया. हाउ डिड द पुलिस नो? अगर वो 8th को निकली सब कुछ लेके, तो फिर 14th को क्या गूगल कर रहा था? 13th को कहां से गूगल कर रहा था? सो देयर इज लाइक एवरीथिंग इज आउट देयर. आई मीन आई कांट, समटाइम्स हेडेक हो जाता है मुझे, क्योंकि इतना हम लोग एवरीडे रिपीट करते रहते हैं, एंड एवरीथिंग इज आउट देयर. स्टिल I don't know how people can think that it could be suicide. That is one thing, because we cannot even imagine it to be that. At this point, we have everything out there. And जिस तरह वो chronology चल रही है, उससे भी पता चलता है. So, I don't know how CBI is not seeing all this. Namaste Neetu ji. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you too. And if you connect everything that we are showing, okay, I mean, a lot of things even Freeze is showing on some channels. So if you connect what all I'm showing, everything, you will get a perfect chronology of the events that have happened from the whole of the 2019, whole of 2020 jo kal karenge hum log. You will get everything, guys. Like, it's like, if we are able to do this, what is CBI doing? My question is that if we are able to see this, if we are able to look back and like look at the videos and say कि इसके बाद ये हुआ था, इसके बाद ये हुआ था, and ये theory नहीं है. Again, I'm stressing on it again and again. We are not putting theory out there. What I am putting is all facts out there, जो हमें दिखाया गया है news channels से, journalists से, everything. You know, at that time, अभी तो सब nobody is talking about it. That's a different thing. But these are all facts we're basing everything on. We're trying to make the sequence of these events based on the facts. So, of course, CBI should know 100 times more than this, because they have access to all these people. They have access to their phones, right? You know why Rhea targeted Priyanka on the first day itself? She must have, yes, correct. Right, Pushpaji, that is what has happened. That is why वो जो altercation हुआ है या वो जो allegation हुआ है, वो उसकी वजह से ही हुआ है. Because she came to know कि प्रियंका इसको पहले हटाना पड़ेगा, उसको समझ में आ गया. ओके, उससे पहले भी उसको इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑलरेडी हुआ होगा कि कौन उसको उसका फाइनेंसेस मैनेज करता है, कौन क्या. सी, देयर इज अ रीजन व्हाई शी वेंट थ्रू प्रियंका. शी एक्चुअली befriended प्रियंका first. She was what we have heard from the sister and all, that प्रियंका, जो मीतू दीदी खुद बोली थी कि प्रियंका उसको लेके गई थी उसके घर. इसका मतलब प्रियंका से उसने फर्स्ट befriend किया है, and then slowly got into Sushant that way. Not that she knew Sushant, of course, from long back. She knew from 2017 or 2015 itself. I think because they would have met in all the parties everywhere. तो उस तरह से वो जानती होगी, right? But ये जब प्लान बना होगा, जैसे हमने देखा है दिसंबर को, we saw in Salman's party, correct? She was there. Everybody with baby Siddiqui, with everybody. We saw कि वहां पे वो थी with Arpita Khan. तुरंत उसके बाद इसके लाइफ में आती है, सब कुछ चेंज हो जाता है. सो वी आर सीइंग इट इन ओपन, एवरीथिंग. एंड शी हैज गॉट थ्रू प्रियंका एंड ब्रोक प्रियंका. दैट्स व्हाट शी हैज डन. सच अ स्मार्ट प्लेयर. I don't believe this theory. Priyanka is lawyer and she can find loopholes in what Rhea is trying to show till it is really true. I don't think what Rhea is saying is true. It is something else. Correct. It is not that. What Rhea is telling is not true. Why Rhea is saying that? She is trying to show in front of SSR like that. तो उसके लिए उसने कुछ तो किया होगा, right? उसके लिए कुछ तो उसने दिखाया होगा उसको, वो जिससे कि उसको लगे, SSR को लगे कि हाँ ये सही बोल रही है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो कुछ एलिगेशन जो डाल रही है वो दिखाया होगा, वैसा कुछ नहीं. बट शी कुड हैव शोड कि ये इस सिचुएशन में थी, इस हालत में थी, सो शी डजंट रिमेंबर, शी डिड दिस, यू नो, समथिंग. Very easily you can prove those kind of things to someone, and especially someone like SSR जो इतना women के लिए करता है, women empowerment के लिए and all that. Somewhere there at that point, you know, he would have believed her for a bit, because he doesn't know what she's trying to do, why she's there. It's disappointing through the rise that Rais ji is indicating that CBI is going to reveal suicide. Really? Honestly, after seeing the NIA superficial investigation of Waze, I am not expecting anything positive from CBI. Okay, ये तो मेरा okay, ये तो हम लोगों को और ज्यादा चिल्लाना पड़ेगा, फिर क्या करना पड़ेगा हमें. This cannot happen. We cannot take it. I mean, how can they even say we have so much, we've showed so much to you guys? How can they even say? We have to like then start bombarding them on Twitter like this cannot, they cannot come with this. I don't think they will. मुझे लग रहा है ये ऐसे ही कुछ, I don't know. I don't believe that. Not until the family tells something. Ashnu ji, even last couple times, Dr. Poo is saying, stay united, raise your voices strongly, loudly, so suicide is not declared. Correct, exactly. Justice for SSR, yeah. Okay. So, okay, so that's what I was trying to show. Now I'm going to share this this one with you guys. Let me share this one. So now I'll show you the November 29. Okay. Jab. Good. Okay, here. So these are the chats again. You guys have already seen this. I'm just trying to make a timeline here. Okay, because we saw 25th CBD oil and ये सब हमने doctors का तो already देखा. 26th the sister's message trying to find out about the prescription. And then the father is sending
That he
message.
was concerned about his son's health and was worried for his life, but there was no response from Rhea. She not only
Okay, so see the date. November 29, 2019. Okay. So November 29th ko after Rani Didi is trying to find out some things, he didn't go with them back from Waterstone. Then the father is sending message to Rhea. Okay. And he also sends to Shruti after that. So two messages hai yahan pe.
snubbed Sushant's father's calls and messages, but also blocked him on what.
So he's saying that जब तुम जान गई कि मैं सुशांत का पापा हूं तो बात क्यों नहीं की, आखिर बात क्या है, फ्रेंड बनकर उसका ओके क्या इसके ऊपर आ रहा है बट बनता है, मेरा भी हक बनता है इस टेलिंग कि सुशांत के बारे में सारी जानकारी मुझे भी रहे, इसलिए कॉल कर मुझे भी सारी जानकारी दो करके वो बोल रहे हैं. ओके एंड ही इज टेलिंग कि मैं बहुत परेशान हूँ. ओके वेट लेट मी ट्राई टू see the
Prakash Singh joining us live on the broadcast to quite.
Okay, I'm trying to see कहाँ से मैं पूरा पढ़ सकती हूँ. ये बहुत छोटा दिख रहा है. Okay.
Of how there was a deliberate attempt to cut off Sushant Singh Rajput from the rest of his family to alienate him. Not just that, it explains why possibly the family reached out to Mumbai police in the month of February and demand.
Okay, so these are the two chats. So देखो 29th November को he is sending, first he has sent to Shruti Modi. Okay, so ये Shruti Modi के लिए, and he says, let me read it. It's too tiny to read here. मैं जानता हूँ कि सुशांत का सारे कर्ज और oh my god, it's too small to read. सब कुछ तुम देखती हो, that's what he meant. I know what's written there, but I'm trying to read exactly. And then in the end he talks about that he wants to come there. Okay, and she's telling regarding his state of mind, I had a word with Sushant and he told me. So he's telling that I am worried about his regarding his state of mind and I had a word with Sushant and he told me that he was okay, I think I'll let me play this. यहीं पे wordings आ जाएंगे side में. Okay, he told me he was stressed. Can you imagine how stressed I am being a father? Hence I would, वो हिंदी में है तो इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेट कर रहे हैं. Hence I would, okay, hence I would like to speak to you now you too won't speak to me, so I would like to visit Mumbai. तो उसके बाद he's telling to send a ticket for him to come to Mumbai. So ये 29th को 12:16 PM को ये भेज रहे हैं आफ्टरनून को. ओके, उसके तुरंत बाद he is sending a message also to Rhea. Okay, same day 12:34. So he sent her, then I sent her, and then he tells Rhea the same things, that so that means he's telling I spoke to Sushant. इसका मतलब थोड़ा हिंट दिया होगा सुशांत ने that he's just stressed. That's what he knows. That's it. He would have told. क्योंकि see, हम लोग हमेशा अपने पेरेंट्स को सब कुछ तो बताते नहीं है, right? If you're not worrying, if you're this thing, someday if I'm like tensed about something, I'm doing something, if my mom calls me, I may say, okay, I'll talk to you later. You know what? I'm just like very stressed today. I have so much to do, and I'll keep it, right? तो उस तरह का conversation, not like he would not have told everything to his father. So यहाँ पे रिया का मैसेज पढ़ते हैं इंग्लिश में. So he says, when you came to know that, ये हिंदी में है but translation है, when you came to know that I am Sushant's father, why did you not want to speak to me? After all, what is the matter? And being his friend, you're getting him treatment. It's my duty also to know what Sushant's about Sushant's well-being. So that's what he's sending Rhea. Okay, so call me and give me all the information. So same time you can see that is sent to both of them. So everybody were मेरा ये दिखाने का मतलब यही है कि देखो कि उसी टाइम पे कितना कुछ एक्चुअली हो रहा था, राइट? द फैमिली वॉज रियली ट्राइंग हार्ड. नाउ 2020 का कल कवर करेंगे कि नहीं तो आज बहुत लंबा टाइम हो जाएगा, सो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू कवर दैट राइट नाउ. बट 2019 we have already seen, if you go see my other videos also, old videos also, you will see how we have covered the whole of 2019 right now, right? So June ke baad nobody has access to him, as we saw all his friends and everyone sending him messages, no reply. And then we have already heard multiple times from Neeraj, everybody, about all these paranormal activities that was going on, how they were trying to prove that something is wrong in the house because they wanted to move him away. So a lot of things were planned and done according to the plan by her. Okay, and then November में जब वो यूरोप के बाद, is very important, right? So यूरोप के बाद you see multiple doctors, the sisters trying to find the prescription कि क्या हो रहा है इसके साथ, क्योंकि they've come to Waterstone on 25th, he's not gone with them. So 26th, that is why I think they've doubted कि क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे, क्या prescription दे रहे होगे. So 25th को CBD oil का है, but 26th को, that is when sisters were coming. So sisters were coming today. We saw that on 25th of November, right? So 26th को they are talking about all this कि she's trying to find out, the sister is trying to find out कि क्या medicine दे रहे हो, and Shruti is sending her something, right? Then 29th को the father is also trying. So family was so engaged to try to find out, and that is when मुझे लग रहा है कि शायद हो सकता है ये कि शायद वाटरस्टोन से इसीलिए शायद रिया उसको घर लेके गई होगी बाद में, मुझे लग रहा है ऐसा. तो वो भी हो सकता है, either this way, this first they were in her house and then Waterstone, or they were in Waterstone and then she were taken to the house. फिर उसके बाद जनवरी में पता है, जनवरी में he went to meet his sister. So क्योंकि तब तक again they would have tried to reach him out so much that he would have thought, okay, I will go see in January. So January में also when he has gone there, she has not even let him be there for 48 hours में 25 calls. इसका मतलब it was like whole what is that called, 2 days. He's only stayed there 2 days, that means, right? And he's come back. So she didn't want him to be there for long so that वो सब कुछ wear out हो जाए, and then he starts getting normal, then he will start talking more stuff to them. So जल्दी उसको बुलाया गया. So 2020 का हम लोग कल करेंगे. पुष्पा जी कल भी ज्वाइन कीजिए. I'll try to come early tomorrow, and then we will try to cover from January the whole till May. So I already have things ready, but कल कवर करेंगे वो सब चीजें. Thank you so much, Ashnur ji. Couldn't understand why the other channel couldn't let sad and upsetting. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but that's why I told Raish ji to come, and मुझे लग रहा है वो आए थे, and but मैं दूसरा screen पे थी तो मैंने उनको देखा नहीं. So by the time I came to the screen, I saw him for a second, but by the time I like said Rais ji, he was like, he went away. तो मुझे पता नहीं, maybe he felt like he was waiting for a long time and then he went away. I'm not sure. So sorry Rais ji, because मैं actually StreamYard screen नहीं देख रही थी, मैं दूसरा screen दिखा रही थी, तो I was actually looking at that because I have to like stop at the right moment and talk, right? So I was on the other screen. So अगर सुन रहे होंगे तो he is welcome here to come and talk whatever he wants to, because whatever it is, ये हमारे ऊपर है. Hopes Rais ji to join yet something. Okay, yeah, I also hope. But so that's all I had today. मैंने StreamYard. Thank you Pradeep ji. And tomorrow actually we'll have more explanation. आज मैं इतना videos भी नहीं दिखा रही हूँ, in the sense because हमने already पिछले sessions में बात किया है about the timeline, September उनकी कंपनी का भी बात किया है कि सितंबर में एक कंपनी खुला था, right? So ये सब influence में ही हुआ है, right? We don't know what kind of situation he was in September because यूरोप लेके गए हैं वो लोग उसके बाद, and he's not replied to any of Anisha, any of his friends, anything. So इसका मतलब उसका phone numbers already changed थे. So he had no idea that these people were trying to reach out to him, probably. Okay, so Eamonji, everybody is telling Rais ji to join. So I don't know if he still hears me, he can come back. I remember how Rhea posted those vulgar pictures with Mahesh, but within a week of SSR demise. Yes. And he was wishing him a happy birthday. Which girlfriend does that? Even Navika Kumar pointed on that. Correct. Yes, good evening, Livia ji. Let me see if I have Namaste, Kaveri Mukherjee ji. Thank you so much. Love your work. Thank you, Bindu ji. Thank you so much. Why is SSR trusted Rhea above his family members? So confused. See, हम थोड़ी जानते हैं कौन कैसा है and all, right? Even when you start dating somebody, you cannot know that girl, the family until a long time. तो उसको क्या पता होगा, right? And वो तो सबको equally देखता था, whether they are a middle class family, something, because वो तो पहले रिक्शा से आती थी जाती थी. That's what we have heard. Okay, that's how our situation was. So he was trying to help her. He was trying to help her with everything. Okay, so that's how like she has come into his life as like a trying to show like she's very intelligent and trying to manipulate him in that way, like जैसे कि Bollywood से उसका कुछ ये नहीं है, you know, that kind of a thing she would have showed. And that is why she's got into his team, into his house, entry into everything, getting close to his sister first and then trying to get an entry here. And उसके बाद उसको सुशांत को फंसा दिया. एंड देन आफ्टर दैट वो जो ड्रगिंग चल रहा होगा उसके पीछे से क्या क्या उसको दे रहे होंगे ये हमें थोड़ी पता है, वो तो खाना तो वही दे रही थी उसको, राइट? All the things that we have heard from Neeraj and the staff members, she was the one administering the medicine, the khana, everything. They were not going directly and giving him khana and everything. June ke baad everything was changed in the house. Everything has changed, and people who were there before like Samuel Hakip and all, they were gone. June May, he was also gone. He had some other kind of issue with money or something, right? We have heard that. So he was also gone. Thank you, Sumiji. In November, he wanted his sisters to rescue him. Yes, he wanted his sisters to rescue him. That's the reason तीनों sister आए हैं, right? But still, ये चीज हुआ. And during that same time also, there is another video जहाँ पे अशोक जो cook है, he has come with Mitu Didi, क्योंकि Mitu Didi तो वहीं पे रहती है, right? Maybe that is why, because that failed, that's why the sisters would have planned to come, and that's why you see the 25th November ka chat when she's saying they're all coming here, right? And then 26th she's trying to find out. So उससे पहले Mitu Didi has tried to come there with that Ashok cook, जिसको भी actually अशोक को भी निकाला गया था, right? Ashok also was there in their house in 2019, but उसको भी निकाला गया था. So you see that तब वो आए होंगे and they were not allowed up to meet him. And when they were sending him messages in WhatsApp, the reply was coming that he's in a meeting and he can't meet them now. तो सोचो वो अपनी sister को ऐसे बोलेगा? नहीं, right? So who was replying? So we don't know that, right? Who knows who was handling his phones at that time? So because वो उसका condition खराब था in a different way, but she didn't want to reveal, she didn't want them to see that. That's the reason ये सब चल रहा था, that she didn't want कि they come and see him. That's why the family wanted all prescriptions, concerned about him. Yeah. didn't let him go with sisters in November. Correct. And the Waterstone ka वही हमने सुना है कि the sisters, the Rhea and the family came later and they spoke to Sushant, right? So actually the sisters went to meet him in Waterstone. So they met him. And ये story नहीं बता रही हूँ, ये जो news channel पे वही बता रही हूँ. They went to meet him, right? So when they met him, he said he will come with them. Okay? ये उसने बोला. उसके बाद actually Rhea's family comes to Waterstone. That's what was told to us. Rhea and her father and all, they come to the Waterstone. Then Sushant goes to talk to them. Once he talks to them, he comes back. And that time, that is why if you remember, Rhea ने उसने बोला था कि जब Waterstone पे गई थी, the sisters were not allowing Rhea to meet him. If you remember that, उसने ये बात I think interview में कहीं पे बोला था that the sisters were not allowing me to meet him. She went to meet him there करके. And तो उसको लग गया होगा अच्छा ये तो पूरा कब्जा कर रहे हैं करके. So that time they have spoken to Sushant, the family. And then after that, he comes back and tells the sisters that I'm not going to come with you guys. Then the sisters just meet him in Waterstone and they leave because he didn't go with them. So that is what has happened, that event on that day. That is what has happened, Waterstone ka. So they went and met him, but he said yes. Uske baad the family comes, he goes down to talk to them. Uske baad he comes back and he says, no, I'm not going to come anywhere. Okay. So pata nahi, who knows what blackmailite thing she had on him. That also we don't know. We don't know what, or he just might have got emotional with whatever she's saying and said, no, I don't want to come, right? A lot of things. During that time, two sisters and Ashok were not allowed to meet. तो इसीलिए उसके बाद वो तीन sisters आए होंगे to meet him in Waterstone. That time they met him in Waterstone and he agreed to come, but he changed his mind right after he spoke to Rhea and her family. These Neeraj and Keshav are from mafias because after SSR demands they joined Farah and Sara Ali Khan's house. Correct. उनको क्या फर्क पड़ता है, उनको जहां पैसा मिलेगा वहां रहेंगे, वहां जो कुछ होता है उनको बोला जाता है यहाँ कुछ भी हो तुम्हें चुप रहना है तो चुप रहेंगे. दैट्स ऑल. दे आर ऑल. सो ऐसे लोगों के लिए क्या करना चाहिए, 3rd डिग्री देना पड़ेगा, इनको कस्टोडियल इंटरोगेशन करना पड़ेगा, 3rd डिग्री देना पड़ेगा. और यहाँ पे तो दे भी सकता है सीबीआई बिकॉज नीरज वॉज देयर. ही वॉज देयर वन जब बॉडी वॉज फाउंड. सिद्धार्थ पिटानी, दीपेश, नीरज यही तो थे, राइट, एंड केशव. सो दे शुड डू दैट, बट दे आर नॉट डूइंग दैट. क्या करें, लाइक हम लोग क्या करें? If they give a 3rd degree, only then they will know whatever comes out of their mouth कि किसने उनको बोला गया होगा चुप रहने के लिए. These all show that family wanted to find out. That's what I'm trying to show here. That family has tried so much to find out. And अभी जनवरी से जब आप देखेंगे तब और भी deep जाएंगे हम लोग of how much the family already knew. Now at this point, that is why ये सब होने के बाद ही family has taken it seriously from January. एंड जनवरी में इसीलिए वो सब कॉन्वर्सेशंस हुए हैं फैमिली के बीच, डीसीपी के साथ, ऑल दोस थिंग्स, राइट. फिर भी दे डिडंट वांट टू इरिटेट सुशांत एंड दैट इज द थिंग बिकॉज उसके साथ ऑलरेडी कुछ चल रहा था उनका. सो दैट्स व्हाई द फैमिली has tried to keep it a little discreet instead of putting like FIR or something. They have tried to just reach out to the DCP to find out what bad company he is in. That's what they have tried to find out. After all the repeated attempts, also they were not allowed to meet. I think the family tried hard, but it's all destiny. Exactly. Yeah. Yes, Pushpaji. So kal, so that's all I had today. Rest will share in my next session. We will talk about 2020, जो कि बहुत ही important है. So please attend that session. Actually, उसका मैं अभी भेज देती हूँ आप लोगों को Twitter पे, so that people can join. And we will talk about the 2020 events, which are very, very important. And we can actually make a series of things that have happened by all the things that are available to us, right? We can actually see कि कब क्या हुआ था और parallelly क्या हो रहा था. बहुत कुछ आपको दिखाऊंगी. So thank you so much everybody for joining. आज इतना ही है, 1.5 hour हुआ. I don't want to make it too long. Because nobody really watches my videos. मैं कितना भी analysis करूं, मेरे views तो इतना होते ही नहीं है. Because people try to join more live में, right? एंड देन लाइव में ज्वाइन करते हैं तो तब दे गेट मोर एंगेज्ड इन वाचिंग इट रादर देन गोइंग एंड वाचिंग लेटर, आई गेस. सो मे बी दैट्स व्हाई. एंड मैं भी थोड़ा लेट करती हूँ, तो इट्स माय फॉल्ट आल्सो. सो एनीवे, अप्रैल 2019 प्रियंका अटैक्ड एंड आइसोलेटेड फ्रॉम एसएसआर. करेक्ट. सो ये तो हमने ऑलरेडी बात किया इस सब के बारे में, हेमंत जी. तो अप्रैल को जो हुआ था, एंड दैट्स व्हेन एवरीथिंग हैज कम डाउन, राइट. दैट्स अप्रैल से ही शी इज मूव्ड इन, राइट. सो अप्रैल से ही ये सब इवेंट्स हुए हैं. सो शी इज मूव्ड इन अप्रैल. तो अप्रैल में ये चीजें हुए हैं. जून में शी वाज कंप्लीटली इन हिज हाउस. And then all the staff, April से June, she's taken time to kind of reassess the staff. जैसे कि केशव है, he's harmless, she kept him. So because Keshav was there from before also. केशव एंड नीरज, ये दो पहले से थे. ये लोग हार्मलेस है क्योंकि ये जस्ट स्टाफ है, राइट. सो दे मे नॉट गेट टू मच इनटू एसएसआर's बिजनेस, सो दैट्स व्हाई वो थे. बट देन अदर पीपल who were there with him, bodyguards, everybody, I think he had like 7 to 9 bodyguards. सारे security guards हटा दिए गए. ये सब क्यों हुआ? And then people question कि how was Sushant convinced? The reason Sushant would be convinced is अगर तुम सुशांत को ये बोल रहे हो कि you are having this kind of issues, डिप्रेशन हो रहा है, मेंटल इश्यूज हो रहे हैं, ये सब, ये सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स अगर तुम्हारे आसपास रहेंगे, they will know more about you, because security guards do know more about the celebrities life, कि कहाँ जा रहे हैं, कहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं. तो ये तुम अगर हम लोग आप डॉक्टर्स के पास जा रहे हैं, ये सब स्प्रेड हो जाएगा. दिस इज हाउ शी वुड हैव कन्विंस्ड हिम दैट ये सब चीजें स्प्रेड हो जाएंगे. सो लेट्स नॉट टेल दिस टू द स्टाफ, लेट्स नॉट टेल दिस. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी डोंट नीड दिस सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स. ये सब बोल के पैसे का चक्कर का ये करके ये सब लोगों को निकाला गया है. दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. Hello, Rachna ji. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you too. Thank you, Priya ji. Thank you so much. Hopefully, it is helping some people at least. क्योंकि कुछ लोगों को एनालिसिस का कोई मतलब भी नहीं लगता. Some people, I think I have heard some people say कि ये सब एनालिसिस करके क्या करेंगे करके. So anyway, I don't care about such people. I will do my thing. That's it. हम लोगों को जो अच्छी तरह आता है वही करेंगे हम लोग. तो मुझे तो यही करना आता है अच्छी तरह, यही मैं आपको दिखा सकती हूँ, तो मैं वही दिखाती रहूंगी. आई डोंट केयर व्हाट पीपल से, व्हाट पीपल टॉक. आई एम गोइंग टू फोकस ऑन व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, दैट्स ऑल. सो हाय मेलिसा, थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग. Actually, I'm going to be ending it right now. So thank you, Sumi ji. Stella is saying the lockdown was perfect for criminals. Isolating Sush was more easy. Correct. And everybody, it's not one or two people, right? Everybody. अब सारे का तो इंटरव्यू नहीं दिखा सकती मैंने अनीशा का इसीलिए इंपॉर्टेंटली दिखाया, बिकॉज अनीशा एंड दैट अदर गर्ल सुजन बैरेट, आई थिंक सुजन था क्या उसका नाम, फर्स्ट नेम आई फॉरगॉट, बैरेट, शी ऑल्सो, what they shared was from June they were not able to contact him. And Anisha का तो clearly उसने chats भी दिखाया है जहाँ पे she was not able to, he never replied. After May end there is no reply from him. तो हम सोच सकते हैं अभी जब हम ये सब देख रहे हैं कि जुलाई में वो सारे ड्रग चैट्स हो रहे थे. सो जून जुलाई से ये लोग सब यही सब कर रहे थे, बैक एंड में ये सब चीजें हो रही थी. नो, एक्चुअली अनदर वीडियो आई हैव हियर, आई थिंक, लेट मी सी. I think there was another 29 thing I wanted to show you guys. I shared the sister chat. Okay, this one also I shared. नहीं, ये भी 2020 का है, ये मैं बाद में शेयर करूंगी. अच्छा, ये वाला अभी I think tomorrow I can share because this is on Pitani. ये मैं कल शेयर करूंगी आपके साथ. यहाँ पे क्या था, okay, that's again the drug chat stuff actually. Okay, so that's the same thing. Okay, so I think आज जितना मैंने प्लान किया था उतना तो मैंने I think आज दिखा दिया for 2019. So and then go back and watch my other videos also, क्योंकि that follows the events actually. जो पहले मैंने दिखाया था उसके बाद का events, and then Europe trip का. Oh, what happened? hold on guys. Okay, कोई एक वीडियो चलने लगा, sorry. So क्योंकि इतना सारा खुला है यहाँ पे. So thank you so much for watching guys. आज इतना ही है. तो अगर कोई लाइव आ नहीं रहा है, then I'm going to end this session right now and then I'll meet you guys tomorrow. Please come and join me tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be very important to talk about more stuff on 2020. Oh, I'm late today. Yes, Melissa, you joined actually in the end. So please go back and watch from the starting. I just continued what we were talking about in 2019 का जो हम बात कर रहे थे कि parallelly क्या हो रहा होगा उसी time पे when people are not able to reach him. So the same time, what was going on with him with Rhea. So that's what I was trying to show. And then Europe trip के बारे में also I've already done a video before, so please look at that also. So everything follows that. See, एक ही वीडियो में मैं सब कुछ नहीं दिखा सकती, right? Because I don't want to only talk. I also want to support it with the evidence, fact that's out there in social media, and that is why I'm doing it like part by part. I talked about the companies that were created, the forgery that's happened in the second company, जो कि Front India, वो भी मैंने आपको दिखाया है, वो जनवरी का है. So कल उसको थोड़ा और कवर करेंगे to show कि how जनवरी से लेके मई तक क्या हुआ था. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. I'm going to end this right here. Thank you, Pushpa ji. Join me tomorrow. If possible, please join me tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll not do this late. I will do it very early. So I will try to do it early. Or if possible, I'll even try to do it when it is in India for you. What? Tomorrow? No. For me, it's when it is tonight, for you tomorrow. देखो अभी भी calculate करती रहती हूँ कि कब आपको क्या है, मेरा क्या है करके. I think up to September till Chichore permission, he was in his senses. Are you talking about September of 2019? नहीं, चिचोरे का promotion हुआ था March April में, not September, पुष्पा जी. That is why March April of 2019, and that is why he was in his senses at that time. तभी तो वो just enter की थी, right? And then I think वो क्या? I think चिचोरे का जो hit हुआ उसको they kind of made it look like they are trying to enjoy that and go to Europe and all that, right? To enjoy the success of it, I guess, in September, right? So September में भी वो census में था, but he was on and off, because see, that is why July में we are seeing, see, June से why was he not in contact with his friends? That is where my point is, because June से उसके phone numbers change होने लगे. Okay, so that fast it has happened. June में उसके phone numbers change हुए हैं, and उसी time पे उसका drugging जो भी वो चल रहा होगा ना, खाने पीने में, whatever, those kind of things would have started. That's why he would have gone into that kind of a state where he's feeling low, where he's feeling depressed, where he's feeling anxiety. And then July May we're seeing drug this thing where she's saying lock the room and then keep a boy for him, Sushant. ये जुलाई के हैं, जुलाई 2019. तो उस टाइम पे क्या हो रहा था? उस टाइम पे she was telling everybody कि he is sick, right? He's not feeling good, he's feeling low, depressed, whatever. But तो उसी टाइम पे he started feeling things, and that could be happening only if she is slowly giving him something, right? So then those could be happening, but it might not be as a big deal, like, because they had to start slow. So slowly start किया उसको. So he's slowly ये paranormal ये सब भी चल रहा था उसी टाइम पे, ये सब सारी चीजें चल रही थी. Because another girl जो उसके साथ भी पार्टी करती थी and all, she also had told that yes, we had heard this kind of stories, something was weird in the house, ऐसे सब चीजें बोली थी वो. So lot of things at the same time were going. At the same time these people ये रूम में रहता था and then ये लोग पार्टी करते थे. So basically team को भी उसने बोला होगा he is not feeling well and all that, so let him rest. चलो हम लोग थोड़ा enjoy करते हैं. You know, that kind of feeling. I don't think the team and all thought कि ये ऐसा कुछ कर रही होगी इसके ऊपर. Maybe they didn't think like that, right? Maybe they thought कि she might be, you know, he's sick, so let's just have our time, enjoy. So the team was still coming to his house and all, right? So they were still like, she was trying to entertain them with all this hash, doobies and all this, and they were getting entertained. उनको क्या है, सिद्धार्थ पिटानी उन सबको, देवर आयुष शर्मा जो भी थे, आनंदी दवंती, वर ऑल involved in it and they were just enjoying their life. They were not thinking about सुशांत के साथ क्या हो रहा है. They were only thinking कि सुशांत is sick, so okay, so let him be alone. Rhea is taking care of him, so we will just enjoy. So that's what they were doing. तो इसीलिए वो जब यूरोप ट्रिप प्लान हुआ, उसके बाद पिटानी चला गया था, करेक्ट. पिटानी लेफ्ट दैट टाइम, क्योंकि पिटानी का था क्या वहां पे, राइट. पिटानी वाज ओनली, ही हैड कम टू हेल्प सुशांत, बट देन द होल टाइम वी सॉ कि ऑल हिज वीडियोस ही इज बीन डूइंग वाज विद रिया. ही वाज ओनली हेल्पिंग रिया के सारे वीडियोस वही बना रहा था. सो दैट्स ऑल ही वाज डूइंग. सो देन ही इज, जब ये लोग यूरोप ट्रिप के गए, पिटानी वाज गॉन. ओके, पिटानी चला गया एंड देन नाउ दीस पीपल वेंट ऑन यूरोप ट्रिप, केम बैक. तब पिटानी वाज नॉट देयर ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम. ओके, पिटानी केम बैक इन जनवरी अगेन. सो वो बात हम कल करेंगे, क्योंकि वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है जो पिटानी के साथ हुआ है. जैसे कि पिटानी को जो सुशांत ने बोला है. सो एट दैट टाइम सुशांत हैज एक्चुअली टोल्ड पिटानी, आई हैव दैट वीडियो ओपन बट विल गो थ्रू इट टुमारो, अबाउट कि सब लोग मुझे छोड़ के चले गए. दैट मीन्स रिया ऑल्सो हैड लेफ्ट इन जनवरी. सो वही मैं बोल रही हूँ. सो जनवरी में बहुत कुछ हुआ है. वो सिस्टर से जब मिलने गया, उससे पहले रिया गई है. That's why he and Pitani went to see the sister. But Pitani was still informing Rhea after that. Rhea would have contacted Pitani still. And then she's come back into his life again. Okay, then she's come back to the house again. So वहां पे रिया को लगा होगा कि ये मेरी बात नहीं सुन रहा है, समथिंग झगड़ा करके चली गई होगी. ओके, बट बाद में फिर आ गई है अंदर, एंड देन फिर पिटानी को अपने चक्कर में ले लिया उसने, एंड देन एवरीथिंग वेंट अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर प्लान आफ्टर दैट. इसीलिए उनका जो भी बहुत ज्यादा प्लान्स हुए हैं वो जनवरी से लेके मई तक हुए हैं, जो उसको पूरा स्विंडल करने का प्लान फाइनेंशियली. सो yeah, so that's all for today. So it was released in September as promotion around that time, just with the tagline celebrate on Twitter too. Okay, yeah, तो इसीलिए वो उसको सेलिब्रेट करने, yeah, correct, you're right Ashnav. Yeah, good evening Sarah. So I think I will be ending it right now. मैं बोलती हूँ एंड करती हूँ, फिर भी मन नहीं करता एंड करने का. September 6, 2019 released. Two evening tags were trending recently on Twitter too. Hema promotion around them, so was in senses a little. That's what I'm saying. He's never completely lost his senses, right? He's so smart and intelligent. वो जो भी कर रहे थे ना, वो on and off हो रहा होगा उसकी वजह से, right? Because he's fighting it all the time. नहीं तो वो नवंबर में अपने उसका फादर क्यों बोल रहे हैं कि मैंने बात किया, वो बोल रहा था स्ट्रेस्ड है. फिर सिस्टर्स को भी इज लाइक ट्राइड टू काइंड ऑफ रीच आल्सो, बट देन व्हेन दे केम टू वाटरस्टोन he didn't go because there is something that Rhea would have told to convince him to stay. So when she did that, he didn't go back with them. So he wanted help, but उसको भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा होगा मुझे क्या चाहिए क्या नहीं हो रहा, क्योंकि सितंबर में ही ओपन दैट कंपनी. ही ओपन द फर्स्ट जो विविड रेज रियलिटी है वो सितंबर में खुला है. सो हो सकता है वो अपने सेंसेस में ही उसको खुला हो, बिकॉज एट दैट टाइम जून जुलाई एंड ऑल, इफ ही इज फेल्ट सिक, जो कि उसका कॉज तो यही होगी, बट उसको थोड़ी पता होगा. सो ही वुड हैव थॉट दैट दिस गर्ल इज टेकिंग केयर ऑफ मी, शी इज देयर विद मी, शी इज गोइंग टू डू ऑल दिस एंड मे बी ओपन दैट कंपनी, राइट, सितंबर में. उसके बाद ये लोग यूरोप ट्रिप के गए, राइट. नाउ इट वाज हर चांस टू टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ दैट अगेन, एंड देन वहां पे बहुत कुछ हुआ है यूरोप ट्रिप में. दे हैव ट्राइड थिंग्स ऑन हिम, एंड यूरोप ट्रिप में भी कुछ चीजें हुए हैं. हु नोस कहाँ जाके क्या बैंक अकाउंट ओपन किया होगा, क्या किया होगा उन्होंने, because there was a need for Shovik to go to Europe for some signature, to sign some signature. So why was that? So it had something to do with the company again that opened. So there was something going on there also. So a lot of things have happened during that time. Yeah. Okay. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in my next session. Please join me in my next session, and I'll try to come early. तो रईस जी आज तो I think आके चले गए. So if you can join tomorrow, रईस जी, and I will take you in the end of the session, and you can still come and talk. So thank you so much for watching. सबको फिर से हैप्पी गणेश चतुर्थी. मुझे आपको इस तरफ मेरा भगवान का दिखाना था. Give me a second, let me turn the कैमरा सो दैट आई कैन शो यू, क्योंकि ये तो इस तरह मैं गणेश जी को यहाँ पे रखती हूँ क्योंकि मेरे घर के सामने ही थोड़ा लेफ्ट में इस तरफ एक द रोड है, जंक्शन है, काइंड ऑफ यू नो द रोड गोस दिस वे, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई कीप द गणेशा हियर टू काइंड ऑफ वार्ड ऑफ द ईविल और समथिंग दे से, राइट. सो इसलिए मेरी मम्मी इसको इंडिया से लाई थी बहुत पहले, आई थिंक 11 years हो गया. एंड आई हैड एक्चुअली केप्ट, उसका स्थापना किया था मैंने एक्चुअली घर के सामने, बट देन यू नो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैपेंड एंड इट वाज ब्रेकिंग आउट, इट वाज कमिंग आउट. सो उसके बाद इसलिए आई डिसाइडेड कि सेम पोजीशन में बाहर रखा था मैंने, उसी पोजीशन में मैंने जाके यहाँ पे रखा है. सो दैट्स व्हाई यू सी द गॉड हियर, बट आई हैव अनदर वन दिस साइड, आई विल शो यू दैट आई हैव केप्ट. मेरा थोड़ा छोटा सा मंदिर को दिखाती हूँ आपको. एक सेकेंड, गिव मी अ सेकेंड, आई जस्ट I'm still here, guys. I'm just trying to show you guys. तो टर्न कर रही हूँ मैं थोड़ा अपना भगवान का दिखाने के लिए आप लोगों को. Okay, let's see if you can actually see it. Oh, अच्छा दिख रहा है आपको मेरा कॉर्नर? देयर. तो कल पूजा किया था हमने, तो वो दिख रहा है. हाय हमिंग बर्ड, वेयर इज दैट comment that I'm flashing? I'm trying to remove the comment so that you guys can see. किसका कमेंट है? अश्नूर जी का कमेंट है जो मैंने फ्लैश किया है. Hold on, let me try to go down. कहाँ है? Oh, चाहिए. Okay, there. So you can see ऊपर है जगन्नाथ, बलभद्र, सुभद्रा है ऊपर. नीचे you see शिवा, गणेशा, and there is राघवेंद्र स्वामी. मैं मंत्रालय में बहुत ये करती हूँ, तो that is what you see there. You see my छोटा गणेशा there. And yeah, वो कल पूजा के बाद ऐसे दिख रहा है. And then actually you'll also see यहाँ पे एक ये है, ये तो जगन्नाथ जी का रखा है मैंने यहाँ पे. You'll see there's also a cross here because I used to go to church also, so you know, like I don't really like believe in religion kind of, so I have gone everywhere, dargah and all. So I wanted to just show you guys this. मेरा छोटा सा मंदिर है, और ये I don't know if you know this, but this is where I'm from, and this is Gomateshwara. है, if anybody know. So ये मैं last time जब इंडिया गई, I went and visited there because that's my dad's place. So that time I got that. So let me stop the cam here. Okay. So that was my small mandir on this side. You saw. ये मेरा study room है. इतना स्टडी तो करती नहीं है यहाँ पे, बट है स्टडी रूम. बट या आई जस्ट वांटेड टू शो यू गाइस माय स्मॉल टेम्पल. सो थैंक यू सो मच गाइस, सी यू ऑल. थैंक यू लिविया जी, प्रिया जी, मेरिसा जी, थैंक यू सो मच. या आई थॉट बिकॉज हमेशा मैं यहाँ पे इस तरह बैठती हूँ तो सिर्फ ये दिखता है, एंड दैट वन यू सी ऑन द टॉप, दैट गणेशा कैलेंडर, वो कैलेंडर है, बट I am very emotionally connected to things. I'm that kind of a person. So that is a calendar that I had when my son was born. Okay, so उस साल का कैलेंडर है वो गणेश जी का, तो इसीलिए उसको मैंने तब से रखा हुआ है, when my first son was born. So वो पिक्चर, I don't feel like throwing away that calendar because of Ganesha's picture there. And that used to always be there on top of my son's crib. So that's why, I don't know, I just have that emotional connect, so I kept that calendar like always there. उसके ऊपर, एंड वो जो दिख रहे हैं वो 9 faces, दैट इज द शिरडी साई बाबा का जो आपको दिख रहा है फोटो वहां पे, दैट इज शिरडी साई बाबा. So thank you so much. It was nice sharing my small chota mandir with you guys here. So blessings to you all too, Ashnur ji. Manikarnika ji bol rahi hai, she kept him in Waterstone 2 months and made him met and fake doctors who were part of the plan. November, December में he fell ill suddenly, right? And ये मणिकर्णिका जी वही हमने ऑलरेडी लास्ट सेशन में बात किया था, राइट? यूरोप ट्रिप के बाद she has showed to many doctors, she has taken him to many doctors after the यूरोप ट्रिप. ओके, इट्स नॉट 1 2. आई शोड one doctor now जिसका प्रेस्क्रिप्शन उन्होंने उसके दीदी को भेजा लाइक 26 को, राइट? बट देन देर वॉज निकिता शाह करके एक डॉक्टर जिसके पास लेके गए वो स्लीप डिसऑर्डर एंग्जाइटी के लिए. दिस इज तुरंत आफ्टर दे केम फ्रॉम यूरोप. एंड देन वी सॉ सुजन वॉकर का तो इतना सीरियस है कि वो पूरा बाइपोलर का चला रही थी, एंड शी इज द वन हु एक्चुअली टोल्ड बाइपोलर एंड गेव दैट बाइपोलर मेडिसिन. So they would have started on that also because वो November 7th को था, right? So उसके बाद they would have started on that medicine too. So lot of things they were giving him. At the same time, who knows what all they were giving. The person who was administering all this was Rhea, right? तो हमें पता नहीं है कि इसीलिए बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी डाउन हुई है. And by the time, most probably because he was becoming so low, we'll talk about that January say. Maybe that's why he tried to change the course, because November, December and all, when he was not able to meet his family that much and everything, he's tried to also change the course, kind of to like, he's tried to come back to normal. Okay. And then that's why a lot of other events we'll talk about tomorrow from January, that will make more sense to you guys then, कि actually क्या करने की कोशिश कर रहा था January से. Yeah. So, thank you so much guys. कल मिलते हैं, एंड कल मैं जल्दी आऊंगी आपके साथ सब कुछ शेयर करने के लिए. इतना लेट नहीं करने वाली हूँ. हो सके तो आज रात को ही कर दूंगी. आई डोंट नो, विल सी. आज रात को मीन्स फॉर यू गाइस इट विल बी लाइक टुमारो आफ्टरनून, राइट? लाइक 10 o'clock 11 o'clock at night, मॉर्निंग फॉर यू गाइस. So morning करूंगी, नहीं तो रात को करूंगी. So they will see, but I will send ahead the stream का. Thank you so much. We'll talk about 2020 tomorrow in the same sequence like this. That way we can connect the dots properly and see what was going on with him. Thank you so much guys. Bye. Jai Hind, and see you all tomorrow. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. And happy Ganesh Chaturthi again to everybody.